WNED PBS welcomes you into our kitchen with our live special, Now We're Cooking. Kick back and relax while local chefs prepare their signature dishes just for you. Get ready because now we're cooking.
Hello, I'm Peter Hall, and joining me is Elyse Breeze. Big round of applause for Elyse. Yes. Thank you. And it's our pleasure to welcome you to our new local cooking special, Now We're Cooking. Joining us today in our studio are 5 fantastic chefs from the Buffalo, Toronto region.
Yes, we are so excited to have these wonderful chefs who are sharing their time and expertise and all of their best cooking tips with us. So first we have Chef Christine Cushing from PBS's Confucius Was a Foodie series. So exciting for that. Yes. We also have Chef Daniela Kayser, owner of the restaurant Daniela. And we have Chef Michael Nguyen, owner of Pho Lantern and Waves. We have Chef Jason Davidson, owner of The Terrace and Liberty Hound. And our first guest is Chef Stephen Forman, owner of Thyme-N-Honey and executive chef for Delaware North Sports Service. So let's learn more about him.
Chef Stephen Forman is a collegiate of SUNY Cobleskill for professional chef and Buffalo State College for a bachelor in food systems management. As well as 30 years of professional experience, Chef Forman's passion pushes him to develop other chefs. Besides his professional career, Chef Forman is an entrepreneur. He started Thyme-N-Honey in 2020 during the pandemic and has increased his presence of the cooking class operation into many homes. Thyme-N-Honey's Thursday evening live demonstrations on their Facebook platform has developed a following that enjoys their many culinary tips and techniques to improve the home enthusiast's culinary repertoire. Stephen Forman is currently the regional executive chef for Delaware North Sports Service in Buffalo, New York. He's a father of 3 children with his wife, Renita Forman, of 22 years.
Chef Stephen.
How you doing?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm doing great. You looking good, too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for this delicious live special.
Absolutely.
So, wow, it just smells terrific up here with all of these little goodies you have. I feel like I've fallen into the spice rack at home. So, tell us, what are you going to prepare for us today?
We're going to make a roasted sweet potato and black bean chili. Amazing.
Well, smells amazing so far, and you haven't even started, really. Wow. So what are you cooking up there?
So we're going to start off by roasting some cumin seed. And some of the things I like to do when I cook is I like to take the actual whole seed. I would like to warm it up, and then we're going to grind it in a pestle and mortar. So what we're doing right now is in a dry pan, I have some whole cumin seeds. And we're going to get them hot because right now they're asleep. But we want to wake them up. And so we're going to start energizing them, and all the fragrance that's in that seed is going to start coming alive. And once it's warm, I would put it in a pestle and mortar, grind it up freshly. I already have some right here. I just want you to smell that. Take a smell of that.
Wow, that's fragrant.
Very fragrant.
Now, I could mess this up. Okay, so what's the trick here? How do you keep from burning it?
Well, it's just you pay attention to it. It's in a dry pan and it's over medium heat, and we're just going to make sure that the heat is starting to stimulate the seed so that the oils that are in the seed start to be energized, and that's where the fragrance is going to come from.
Okay.
So once you get it to where you start seeing a little smoke coming up, it's ready to go. We will put it in our pestle and mortar, grind it up, and all the fragrance will be released, which is going to go right into our pan, which we're going to start making next.
Okay.
So you're going to start seeing. So we got a pan right here that's already on.
Right.
And we want to get a hot pan to start our chili. The first thing we're going to actually make is what we call a sofrito. And really that's similar to all different cuisines have their foundation for making stocks, sauces, or soups, like a mirepoix in France, or you would do a trinity in Creole cooking. So sofrito is basically sauteed onions, peppers, garlic, tomatoes, and fresh herbs and spices. So that's what we're going to start off with, if you don't mind, Pete. Can we do that?
I think we can, yes.
All right.
So tomatoes, onions, peppers. You got some colorful ones here. Green peppers okay?
Green peppers are good, yes, but I like color. I want to make sure that I have nutrient-based flavors going into my sofrito.
And your garlic looks mashed up?
So I grind it up.
Okay. Is that important?
So some people like to buy jars of garlic already pre-done at a store. Right. I don't like that because it doesn't have the potency I want. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
See that?
I can smell it.
You smell that, right? So we're going to turn that off.
Okay.
And then what we would do is we would put it in there. I already have some ground up, but I wanted people to see how simple it is to just energize that oil, and you can see the smoke rise, right?
Definitely.
So I get whole cloves.
You're making me nervous here.
We're perfectly good. We're
Okay.
good. We're good. So we got our oil hot right here. So we're gonna get started. Sound good?
Sounds great.
So we're gonna start making our sofrito. We're sauteing our onions. Hear that sound?
I hear that sound.
That's the sound of love right there. I tell everybody in our cooking classes, so we do cooking classes, right? And I tell them we cook with love. And the reason why we cook with love is because we have to cook with patience. And if you're going to love anybody, Pete, you got to have a lot of patience with them. No, nothing from the crowd. Oh, we're good. Okay, okay. That failed. That was a failure. Okay.
They're married. They get it. They get it.
So we have our onions, we have our peppers, right? Yep. We're gonna add some garlic.
Okay.
You seem like you want to jump in, Pete. You want to jump in here?
No, it's okay. It's okay. Okay.
We want a hot pan, so you always want to caramelize your vegetables. And caramelization is basically the reaction of natural sugars that are sweat out of the vegetables, and they're being heated up. So that's caramelization, and you want that flavor.
Okay.
So we got some cilantro here.
Wow.
Oh yeah. You can you smell it? It smells amazing.
Now this is fresh cilantro
Yes.
that you chopped.
Correct.
That's good. I got to tell you, I never liked cilantro until I had fresh cilantro. It was a game changer.
Yeah.
Now I love it.
Yeah, I love it. So there is a lot of people can't have cilantro. For some reason, part of their brain rejects it, and it tastes like soap. And it's a real thing.
That was me.
Really?
That was me. Yeah, because it was
But you're
the drive.
recovered.
It was a miracle. No, I had fresh cilantro at a food truck of all things. And,
Really?
And ever since, whenever I have the opportunity, now I throw in the fresh cilantro. But as I say, it was a game changer.
If you can cook with fresh herbs and spices,
That does not look fresh. What is that?
that is chipotle, little spice.
Okay.
One of those spices. And our cumin is going to go in there, right?
Right.
And so you're going to cook all of this down. And this is our sofrito. This is what we want. This is going to give us the flavors that we're looking for in our chili. And this is what's going to give it the pow factor.
Now we got just a couple minutes left. Here,
Yep.
Chef Forman.
We can keep going.
Okay.
We got some tomato. Oh, we got plenty of time. We got plenty of time. And you're cooking all this down, caramelizing it.
Yeah.
Again, this is very important. People ask me, what do I like to cook? I like to make it right. I like to make a lot of foods, doesn't matter what I'm making, but I just want to have it done right. So when you're cooking the technique properly, the results will be great.
Okay. Now, one thing I notice all you TV chefs do is you're fast.
Gotta be.
Well,
I'm under the gun right now.
Well, not only that, but I think at home when I cook, I don't know, I just overcook stuff. But you're just getting right into it.
Well, I mean, we're trained, to know what we're looking for and understand where the procedure is and what step we're at and understanding what it's going to need and so on. So, again, I'm stewing everything down. I'm caramelizing everything. My sofrito, I got my spices, I got my fresh herbs in there, right? Now I'm going to add my beans. Now, the key, I don't soak my own beans.
Right.
I do get canned. And the reason why is because there's this liquid in there called agua faba, and that's flavor. Anytime you buy something that's in its natural juices, use the natural juices to elevate the flavor profile of something. For instance, if you get banana peppers at the store, right?
Yeah.
The juice that's there, save that juice and then put it in with some salad dressing, and you elevate the natural flavoring of your salad dressing.
I got one exception.
What's that?
If you buy the canned marinated artichoke hearts, that oil that they're sitting in is not good.
Why do you say that? Why do you say it's not
I
good?
put it in salad dressing. It just ruins it.
Really? So what about marinating some heirloom tomatoes?
Well, there you go.
Oil.
That's different.
Look at that.
Okay.
You're
I'm just
converted
telling you,
again.
artichoke hearts.
This is
We'll get
amazing.
on.
Look at you.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Okay, so we got everything going in the beans, all of that flavor. Last thing we're going to do is our roasted sweet potatoes. What we do is we peel our sweet potatoes, we dice them up, roast them in the oven dry. No oil, no nothing.
Wow.
Just to let it roast. They come out, we cool them, and then they're ready to be added to the chili.
So those are already cooked?
Those are already cooked. Yes, that's why I'm adding them at the end.
Just going to steal one here. Okay. Well, we're getting the 1 minute signal here, Chef.
1 minute signal, oh my goodness.
Can we do
Man,
it?
chops. All right, here we go. So I already have some finish right here for you.
Oh.
Look at that, huh? Whoa. You thought you had me, Pete? You thought you had me?
You pros have all the tricks.
There you go. How about taking one of those spoons and you try it yourself, sir?
Okay. Is that beautiful or what? Great. That looks delicious. You mind if I take a little taste?
Taste a little taste. If it doesn't taste good, lie.
Okay. Actually, it does taste good. I can't swear on TV. It's that good. It's that good.
Awesome.
That was fabulous, fabulous. Thank you so much, Chef, for
Absolutely.
coming down to WNED. This is
welcome.
great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, that looks just great. Thank you for tuning in to Now We're Cooking on WNED PBS. Thank you, Peter, and our wonderful chef. And this place smells amazing. You know, we have a lot of wonderful cooking shows here on WNED PBS, but this one is so special because this one is live. This one features our own local chefs right here from our area, and we hope that you can support it right now with a membership pledge at the phone number on your screen, 1-800-727-1017, so we can bring you the next edition of Now We're Cooking here on WNED PBS. By the way, I'm Marty Wimmer, and I'm here with my friend Dallas Taylor.
Thank you, Marty. Now we're cooking, but now we're talking right now.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking. It's a fantastic addition to our repertoire of already excellent chefs airing every week. We get to bring in the local chefs to bring them into the family. And what better way to bring them into the family than doing it on live TV, right, in front of a bunch of people, right? And I heard the word cilantro. You know, cilantro was the sixth Spice Girl. Anyway, member support makes programming like this possible. It's viewers like you who called or went online and donated. And when you make a donation this afternoon, you have the chance to grab yourself one of these amazing thank you gifts. And why don't we take a look at them right now?
WNED PBS is your local PBS station, and you can support it as a $6 monthly sustainer or with a $72 annual contribution. We'll thank you with this 100% cotton twill Now We're Cooking apron, or donate $10 monthly or $120 yearly. And we will thank you with our bamboo cookbook and tablet stand. Become a $13 monthly sustainer or make a $156 annual contribution, and we'll thank you with this special pair of two-tone silicone oven mitts. Why not get all three of the Now We're Cooking gifts by simply donating $24 monthly or $280 yearly? You're not only getting high-quality essential kitchen gear, but you're supporting WNED PBS.
So we hope you'll call in right now at 1-800-727-1017 and maybe take advantage of one of those great thank you gifts that we just heard about. They are awesome. We have them here. In fact, I think Dallas and I are going to argue over who gets to take one home. But they are so, so nice. So if you could possibly make a pledge right now at that phone number on your screen to support Now We're Cooking and all of the great cooking programs that we have here on WNED PBS, that would be just great. But I love the thank you gifts. I know that you enjoy the cooking shows, and this one is extra special because this one is live, local, featuring our own local chefs, and it's right here in our studio. We even have a live studio audience today, and that really is making this special as well. So please go to that phone, make that call now, and become a member of WNED PBS. Dallas.
That's right. When you call the number on your screen, 1-800-727-1017, become a member of WNED PBS. And when you donate, you can choose a level that's right for you, whether it's $6 or $13, or if people in Buffalo don't like number 13, you can bump it up to $14 a month. And it comes to the station in a safe and secure way when you donate online or via the phone, so you don't have to worry about any burglars or raccoons coming to take your donation. It all comes right to us, safe and sound. You could even choose a $5 a month gift, and that gets you access to our streaming service, Passport. Not the blue book that's in your closet or under my bed right now, but it's a different kind of Passport. You can watch a bunch of WNED PBS programs. And to learn more about Passport, check it out right here.
If you love to cook and you love WNED PBS, this is tailor-made for you. Your $5 a month donation as a sustaining member automatically provides access to hundreds of hours of your favorite WNED PBS cooking programs. Stream on your schedule via Passport, binge whole seasons, or savor individual recipes whenever you want. Simply call the number on your screen and ask about WNED Passport. And this episode of Now We're Cooking will be available on Passport too. What are you waiting for?
And Passport really is a great thing. You know, when I got my Passport, it took me almost a year to activate it. For some reason, I was scared of doing it, thought it would be really difficult. It is so easy, it's unbelievable. And now I can enjoy so many shows that I thought I missed on WNED PBS. You could as well with that $5 per month or higher pledge level. And of course, you can always take advantage of the thank you gifts that we've heard about during today's program. And we hope that you will call 1-800-727-1017, and Dallas has more about the thank you gifts.
That's right. All right, so let's recap. You can get yourself an apron, $6 sustainer, or $72 annually. It's a nice apron that Peter and Elyse are wearing right now. You can also get a bamboo tablet/cookbook stand. If you want to cook your stuff, put the little tablet on there or your little paper sheets like MapQuest. No, we don't do that anymore. Also, you can also get some oven mitts. I call mine Evan the Oven Mitt, so you don't burn your hands taking stuff out of the oven. And if you want all of those together, you can get a combo package for $24 a month or $200 annually. So make sure you call the number 1-800-727-1017, or you can text donate to the same number. You can get all those thank you gifts as a thank you from us. But right now, we're gonna go back into the kitchen and let's get cooking with Chef Daniela Kayser. But here, learn about her.
Chef Daniela Kayser. Daniela Kayser has a passion for creating beautiful and comforting dishes. After running a successful catering and event planning business for over a decade, she was inspired to open her own restaurant. On the recommendation of her sister, Daniela discovered a style of pizza with ancient roots, pizza in a pan. The word pinza derives from the Latin word pincere, which means to press. Daniela opened on Forest Avenue in 2019 and is the only pizzeria in Buffalo, New York. Other pizzerias are located in San Francisco, New York City, Chicago, Italy, and Dubai. Buffalo is lucky to have a specialty restaurant like this right in the heart of our city. Daniela also serves as the head of department of craft service for the Buffalo Niagara Film Commission.
Chef Daniela, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, I'm so excited that you're here. So is the audience. They can't wait to see what you're going to make. Tell us a little bit about what you're prepping. We got some water boiling, we got some zucchini here.
Yep. So I am going to make for you today stracciatella soup with zucchini.
Ooh, that sounds delightful.
And I'm going to start cutting this because I want to get this done within the few minutes that we have.
No problem, no problem. Okay, so we're chopping our zucchini. We're getting this all set. Stracciatella, what does that mean? I've heard that word before. I feel like in terms of gelato, maybe?
Right, so stracciatella is just a word. It's not a food item. So there's three different meanings for stracciatella. You have stracciatella soup, which we're gonna make today, and that is an Italian soup made with eggs, Parmesan cheese, and it's in chicken broth. And then you do have a gelato, which is vanilla ice cream, and it has chocolate in there. And stracciatella means to shred, to rip apart. So it's like little rags. And then lastly, you have stracciatella cheese, which we're going to do and put that in my second recipe.
Ooh, okay. Well, we'll have to, the audience at home will have to stay tuned to see what that is. This is so exciting. Okay, so we're chopping it up here.
Yep.
And
so
you said you're going to throw it into the chicken broth that's over there
so
boiling?
basically, you don't have to do zucchini. I just do zucchini because I always had a little extra at the restaurant, and I don't want it to go to waste, so I throw it in there. But you can make this your own. You can add spinach, you can add chicken, and this soup that we're going to do is so simple, anyone can do it. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a recipe that everyone would be able to do at home.
Yeah.
So right now we're going to shove this in here. And we're going to let that get to a boil, and then we're going to start making our little base for this.
Ooh, okay.
So this is kind of a cool soup. If you have 5 minutes to get ready for dinner, you can get this ready. So as long as the water is boiling, then it's done.
Okay, I like that it's kind of a base type of soup, and then you can throw whatever you want in it. I like how you said that.
And you can
that
make
is cool.
it vegetarian if you want to make it vegetarian. If you want to do beef, you can. Traditionally, this is usually what we do is chicken base and the eggs and the Parmesan cheese.
Okay, okay. So is this, so you're Italian, your family's from Italy.
Yes.
Is this like a traditional Italian soup? A traditional Italian dish?
Yes, this would be a traditional Italian soup.
Oh.
But not everyone in Italy knows that because, you know, it is regional. So, so some people know that there is a stracciatella soup, and some people don't.
So what's the region of Italy that this
Actually,
is from?
this is stracciatella alla Romana, which is Rome. And my family is not from Rome. They are from Reggio Calabria.
Oh, okay. Where's that?
That is the southern part of Italy, where they have, you know, beautiful water and gelato and beautiful people.
Oh, wow.
and
I bet you
food.
love going home to visit.
You know, it's been a little while since I've been to Italy, and I have a sister who lives there, so it'd be nice to, you know, go and see her and spend some time. But it's been, I can't even say, many, many years.
Oh, wow.
We're going to go this summer together, you and I.
Oh my gosh, you're taking me out? I'm so excited.
Okay, so I put 6 eggs in here, and now I put about 2 cups of Parmesan cheese. You could do a little less if you want to do a little bit less.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a little bit of pepper and a couple, like a pinch of salt. Remember, cheese has salt, so you don't want to do too much. And then I'm going to add some fresh nutmeg.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
I am a pepper addict.
Oh, you want to put a little bit more in there for you?
Like, no,
Okay.
because I think that if anybody else were to have a taste, they would cough it up.
Oh,
because
really?
I would
Really? Forget that. We're not doing
pinches
it. We're
don't
not doing
exist to me with pepper. I
Yeah.
don't know why. I at restaurants, I like take the top of the pepper off and I like dump it like a freak.
Yeah. You do sound like a freak. Okay, so we're also going to add some parsley in here too. And then we're going to check on this because this is the most important part, because what you're going to see is once this boils, which we hope it boils sooner than later, it's going to go thrown in here and you're going to have soup instantaneously.
Oh, okay. So you're making the stracciatella cheese right now,
Yeah,
right?
so this is the base. This is
Okay.
it. It's kind of a cool thing to do. It's so cool. And let me tell you, this soup here is also, if you're not feeling well, like you want a chicken noodle soup, you could make this in half the time.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's our base, and that's what we're going to wait for a little bit until this boils a little bit more.
Oh, okay. So now we'll just sit and hang out.
Yeah, we can sit and hang out. What would you like to talk about?
Well, okay. So I have a nut allergy, and
Okay.
I'm wondering, nutmeg. I have no idea what it is. Is it a nut? I don't know.
You know, these are very good questions. I would say we'd have to ask Google that question.
Okay.
You know, because
Audience,
they
whip
always
that
have
phone
the
out.
answers.
Forget what Peter said.
But I do know that the nutmeg is going to bring out the flavors in there. It's going to taste fresh. It's going to have a little balance to the egg, so it's going to be nice.
So you want that fresh nutmeg to get that?
You know, you don't have to.
Oh,
You can
okay.
go and get part. I like using fresh nutmeg. It's just going to pop a little bit more.
Yeah.
So yes, and that's it. Now we can't. We're gonna actually just shove it in here regardless.
Ooh. Well, I was
so-
gonna say I can ask you one more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
I got a good question for you.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is our first time doing a program like this here at Buffalo Toronto Public Media, and I'm wondering, what does this kind of programming, where we're bringing in local chefs from all over Western New York and Southern Ontario, what does that mean to our communities?
Well, you know, just seeing everybody in the audience just exemplifies what our community is about, and it's so nice that so many people support local businesses, local restaurants, and community and food. They just go together.
Yeah.
And so, you know, maybe tonight, the viewers at home, maybe they'll make this recipe and see how it is. And, you know, it's just, this is Buffalo. We are, you know, a community city.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I love that. Yeah, round of applause for that wonderful answer. Better than I could have anticipated. It's like you practiced or something.
I did. I did practice a little bit. I did. Okay,
Right, let's see.
So now, you know, unfortunately, it's not boiling as much as I want to, but that's okay. So when you're going to throw this in, I like to go all at once. And what's going to happen is you're going to have soup right away.
Ooh.
And that's it. Then we're going to shut it off because the water is so hot and boiling. It's done. That's it.
That's it?
That's it. And now you have soup.
Stop. That was like 15, like, I mean, the boiling water is like the longest
Yeah.
part.
So super, super fast recipe. And that's it.
Wow.
And you can see it has little like shreds. They don't look like little rags, with their little shreds of egg.
I love that.
And then I like to just top it with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil because I can't get enough of that. And it makes it look a little pretty.
That is amazing.
And a little bit more parsley, and then you're done.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Before we hop back over to Marty and Dallas, can we get a little shot of this?
Yeah.
Can this camera, can we see it?
Can you see it?
Anybody?
Right, this way?
No? What?
Yes.
It looks amazing, and when nobody sees me, I'm gonna be slurping this up.
Watch. Well, why don't we add a little more pepper and then you go for it?
Oh my God, it's all mine.
If you want to. It's gonna be very hot.
Well, thank you so much for showing us this amazing recipe, Daniela. This looks so good. Next we're gonna pass it on over to Marty and Dallas again, and they're gonna talk to you about how you can support WNED PBS and Now We're Cooking and other programs like it.
Isn't it great that your WNED PBS station is celebrating local chefs that are right here in our own neighborhood? We have our local chefs, restaurants that are in our community, and I have my brother who works at McDonald's. He's technically a chef, but I don't really consider him a chef, But we want to thank you for watching along with us today. This show is part of the mission of public television, informative and engaging programs, especially food programs, right, Marty?
Absolutely, and by the way, I actually went to Daniela's and had the Stracciatella Soup, and it is amazing. So Elyse might have a little trouble slurping that down all alone because it's so good. And we're so glad you're here today viewing on YouTube or on WNED PBS. We have this wonderful live studio audience here today, and we're just incredibly proud that the chefs came and joined us here today to do this program, and we're glad you're here as well. And you know what? You as a viewer make this possible, because when you call and make a membership pledge at that phone number on your screen, 1-800-727-1017, you supply the funds that make it possible not only to bring you programs featuring the great chefs of the world, Julia Child, Jacques Pepin, but right here in our own community, fine chefs who show us how to prepare the foods that we enjoy in these wonderful local and regional restaurants. So go ahead and make that pledge if you can. We have some great thank you gifts, and we have another great chef coming up in just a moment.
WNED PBS is your local PBS station, and you can support it as a $6 monthly sustainer or with a $72 annual contribution. We'll thank you with this 100% cotton twill Now We're Cooking apron, or donate $10 monthly or $120 yearly. And we will thank you with our bamboo cookbook and tablet stand. Become a $13 monthly sustainer or make a $156 annual contribution. And we'll thank you with this special pair of two-tone silicone oven mitts. Why not get all three of the Now We're Cooking gifts by simply donating $24 monthly or $280 yearly? You're not only getting high-quality essential kitchen gear, but you're supporting WNED PBS.
Welcome back. I didn't go anywhere, but you did. When you call the number on your screen and make a donation, you can grab yourself any of those gifts that you just saw. I am not going to be leaving today without one of those fancy aprons that you see Peter Hall and Elyse Breeze wearing over there in the kitchen. So if you see one missing, it wasn't me. I found it somewhere. Even if you don't take a thank you gift, your donation serves as a vote for more programs like this. So make sure you call the number on your screen, 1-800-727-1017, and make your voice heard so we can keep on having chefs come in here and cook food in front of us so we can have the studio smelling nice so all the studio managers can try to get the smell of garlic and cilantro out of the studio. So keep on making that call, and then we're going to toss over to Marty.
Yeah, thanks, Dallas. You know, this, I can tell you after having worked here for a long time, the studio doesn't usually smell this good. Okay, let's put it that way. But this is the premiere of our program, Now We're Cooking, and we hope you're enjoying yourself, just like we are. We're really having a lot of fun here today. But I also want you to know that your voice is important. Your donation made right now lets us know how much you love this local program on your local PBS station. And we'd be thrilled to send you, as a thank you gift, the Now We're Cooking apron. You can see that Peter and Elyse are wearing them. They're wonderful, and I can't wait to get one as well. I don't know how I'm going to snag one around here. It seems like everybody, Dallas, wants one. But, your financial support combined with local sponsors is how this station works. And we'd like to take a second to thank them all right now. These wonderful sponsors who are helping us today. Artisan Kitchens and Baths, of course, with this beautiful set. Round of applause for that. Also, Edible Western New York and Erie Lakeshore Magazine, two wonderful sponsors as well. Then, of course, Wegmans. Who doesn't love Wegmans? Then, of course, there's the Buffalo School of Culinary Arts and Hospitality Management. Thank you very much for your support. Lulu Creations and what creations they are. We'll be talking about those a little bit later on. Yes, for Lulu. Mosaic Real Estate, Team at Keller. Williams Realty of Western New York. Niagara Hospice. And, of course, Delaware North. Great sponsors making this program possible. Thank you to all. Dallas.
Thank you. We're about to head in the kitchen for our next chef, but before we go there, you have plenty of time to make the call or go online to support this local program and your local PBS station. Right, so they have a lot of time, and to entice you, Marty's going to tell you about our thank you gifts. They can thank you with gifts.
Yes, we have some great thank you gifts. Of course, there is the apron, and our models, Peter and Elyse, are showing them to you today, the wonderful aprons. That's at the $10 sustainer level or the $120 annual level if you'd like to give a one-time gift. We have the book stand or the tablet stand as well at the $13 sustainer level or a one-time gift of $150. We have the oven mitts, and they are really high quality. They're at the mitts are in your hand right now, Dallas. And then, of course, we have the book stand that you can see there on the screen. And so that about does it. See, there's the mitts right there. And so those are our thank you gifts. So the bottom line is, please make the call now. Support Now We're Cooking on WNED PBS and all the great cooking programs. And now we're going to go and meet another wonderful chef, Chef Christine Cushing. Here's a little bit about her.
Chef Christine Cushing. Born in Athens, Greece, Christine immigrated to Canada with her family at the age of 1. After graduating with honors from George Brown College, Christine went on to graduate at the top of her class at the famed Paris École de Cuisine La Varenne. Nominated for Best Host of a TV Series by the Academy of Canadian Cinema and Television for her exciting series, Confucius Was a Foodie, airing on PBS across North America, Christine and her crew traveled 8 countries on a life-changing adventure. A trailblazer on the Food Network with Christine Cushing Live and her reality show Fearless in the Kitchen on the Oprah Winfrey Network, Christine has been showing Canada how to cook for 20 years. She's currently the resident chef on the highest-rated talk show in Canada, The Marilyn Denise Show. She was the spokesperson for Cook for the Cure breast cancer campaign and a superhero for the Starbright Foundation for Sick Kids Hospital. Currently a judge for the Gold Medal Plate annual fundraiser for the Olympic Committee, as well as a committed advocate for the Children's Breakfast Clubs. She has published 3 best-selling cookbooks, Dish It Out, Fearless in the Kitchen, and her third, called Pure Food, won a Gourmand World Cookbook Award in Spain. Her line of artisan food products is available across Canada in select stores.
Chef Cushing, thank you so much for coming down and participating in our live show. And I emphasize live because if there's anyone who currently personifies, if something goes wrong, just go with it.
Just go with it.
I love it.
Peter,
I love it.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here in Buffalo on this cold, blistery day. Thank you all for coming as well. I love cooking with people, in front of people, for people. It's just sort of the magic that I think that happens when we all get together. And with your permission, I'd like to, I think, take us to a place with a little bit of Mediterranean sunshine.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking we need to go to Greece.
Yeah.
Who wants to go? All right. All right. So this dish is really going to transport you. It is the ultimate in simplicity, but it's that dish that people stand over. It is my Greek lemon and oregano potatoes.
Oh, oregano.
Oregano.
Now, I know when we go out to eat, if there's Greek potatoes on the menu. My wife goes, right there, gotta have them. But we never eat Greek potatoes at home, so I'm all ears.
Okay,
How do you do this?
This is your opportunity here. So we like to just put the potatoes in some water just to prevent them from browning. And here, these are a Yukon Gold potato that I just want to cut into wedges. But really, you can do any shape you like as long as they're pretty much similar size so that they cook in a similar time, right? That's the idea here.
So what's so special about Yukon Gold? I know we love them at home. Why do you love them?
So Yukon Gold is particularly fantastic because they're what's known as a hybrid potato. It's a little bit starchy, it's a little bit waxy. So you get that beautiful crisp exterior and then you get that buttery interior. So I think it makes for a beautiful roast potato. I'm going to make it a lot of noise, Peter. Is that good?
That's fine.
A mess and a noise. Is that good?
Also, can you show the folks your knife? Because I want to ask about those little dimples.
The little dimples. So these little dimples, this is what's called a santoku. This is the hybrid of the Japanese knife and the French knife. And this kind of helps to release. You see how I'm having a bit of a challenge? The starch from the potato, that helps to just release from the knife. That's what those little dimples are for. Okay? And then the potatoes are going to go in this. This is such an easy recipe. But sometimes when a recipe is so easy and people taste it, they just stand over and they just like loiter over the dish. This is one of those recipes,
so you have to make two.
You have to make two. That goes without saying. So once we do that, next ingredient, which in Greece, the consumption, by the way, Greeks are the highest per capita consumers of extra virgin olive oil. So when they say a little, you're going to see this recipe, it'll say 2 tablespoons. Not on your life. Like, there's no way. It's if they can put in a gallon, if it'll fit, that's how much they're going to use, a gallon.
I see that with all of you TV chefs. They always go, oh, a little olive oil.
That's the amount. That's actually the technical quantity.
But it's healthy oil, so it's all good,
It
right?
is. It's a very great olive oil to use. And oregano, that's the other thing. We put oregano on everything. And it grows wild in the mountains in Greece. And literally when you land there, you smell it everywhere. It's an abundance. It's that earthiness. It's really, really fantastic. A little bit of salt, because you must have just to balance out the flavors here. I've got my oven set at about 375. If you've got a fan or convection, you want to go with that because it's going to create those beautiful crispy edges. And then the aforementioned lemons. Like, okay, if you go to Greece and you have any kind of dish and you get a local person to taste it, the first thing they're going to say is, it needs lemon. Like, what are you talking about? Why would you put lemon on? Everything has to have lemon. So we not only use the zest, the outside of the lemon, which gives not acidity, but a beautiful kind of a citronella. So you really enhance and get a kind of concentrated, smell that.
I don't have to get close. Wow, I can smell it over here.
It's amazing, right? So you get not only the acidity, but you get a beautiful kind of a citronella note from that.
This is pretty cool, 6-sided.
6-sided, it's good. So it can do everything that you need to do. A little bit of reamer. And here we go with the juice of, again, as I said, my Greek folks, probably the juice of a whole lemon going in here. I'm doing a small amount.
I love that high-tech imported strainer you got.
Oh yeah, this costs a lot of money, this strainer. It's imported from Greece.
Imported from Greece.
Yeah, it is. And then to this, I like to add a little bit of water. Now the water just creates that moisture that's going to steam them at the beginning. And then after it steams them, it's going to get them crispy.
Yeah.
So it's a double-edged sword kind of. So we are going in 375, going into the oven, and you're going to gauge this, depending on your oven at home, probably about 40 minutes or so. But look at what happens, Peter. I mean, seriously. Okay. You get those ridges, the crispy bits, and you see all that little brown. That's what we want, right? Would you not be standing over top of this? A little bit hot. Now, the last thing I'm going to do, just to kind of brighten things up a little bit, is just give it some fresh herbs. Herbs are another big part of the Greek cuisine. So we're just going to do a little simple chop of these fresh herbs and brighten that up.
Now, wait a minute. Herbs, but specifically?
Specifically, I have parsley here. And I also
Italian parsley, or
this is flat Italian parsley.
Italian parsley.
Yes,
okay.
We're friends, Greeks and Italians. We do a lot of we do a lot of co-authoring. And this is something maybe people don't know a lot about. This is marjoram. Marjoram is also related to oregano, distant cousin.
Okay.
But you can use it in the same way. So sometimes I like to throw a little marjoram on there. Just gives it a slightly different, a little more earthy, a little more, oomph. I think I need to feed you a potato, Peter. That's the way it's going.
You do need to do that.
I need to do that. All right, here we go.
In Buffalo, we're so used to marjoram.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh.
Is it? Do you say yes?
It's surprisingly sweet.
The potato itself is sweet. Isn't that crazy? So
It is crazy.
It's
You
totally
didn't use
crazy.
any sugar or anything.
No sugar, it's the potato. That's the Yukon Gold, right?
Oh, okay. Now, when you said brighten, I thought you were going to put more lemon on top. Don't
You
do that?
Don't, because it's gonna make them soft. But some people do like them soft. So again, if you give it to a Greek, they were like, it needs more lemon. That's what it needs. But it's totally up to you.
That is pretty special.
Thank you. And so
that's
easy
it.
to make at home. I mean, literally so easy.
Okay. So we got the beauty shot of that? Everybody got
We're
to
good?
see it?
It looks beautiful?
Wow.
Excellent. Do you guys
That's
feel
great.
warmer already? We're in
feel
the
warm.
Mediterranean sunshine, yes?
Yes.
Awesome.
I do have to ask you a question, though.
Yes.
We're asking all of our guest chefs. Okay.
Yes.
Why do you think this program is important to the community here?
I think it's so important to connect with your local culinary scene. It's the thing that really connects us on a small level, like on the ground here, and then you'll tell someone, they'll go, they'll visit, and it spreads, and then that also connects us as a country. And then, us over in Toronto, we get to hear it and see it, and throughout the whole of Canada. So it's really a way to connect with people through food that's so important.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chef Cushing.
My
Smells
pleasure.
divine. As we make our way over to our next chef, we're first going to go to Marty Wimmer and Dallas Taylor. They're going to tell you how you can support WNED PBS and other great programs, which I know you watch, like Milk Street with Chris Kimball and Lydia's Kitchen. And of course, Now We're Cooking. Marty and Dallas.
Well, thank you. And again, boy, I wish you could smell this studio right now. The food is great. Of course, the chefs are wonderful. And we're glad you're here as well. I'm Marty Wimmer, Dallas Taylor here. And we're just thrilled that you're here watching today. And we would hope that you would now become a member of WNED PBS, maybe help us support this program so we can do another edition of Now We're Cooking in a month or two. If we can, make that happen, it'd be just awesome, wouldn't it, Dallas?
That's right. I am a little bit of a chef myself. So one time I made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but I put mayonnaise on it. But I put too much on there and it was dripping off. I was young. I was only 27 years old. But it smells amazing in here. It's exciting
sure
in this room. The studio is here. Let's hear it for the studio audience.
Yeah. Sure makes it a lot of fun having people here live today. Folks, doesn't it smell great in here? Isn't it incredible?
That's right. I've always wanted to do that, make a studio just clap, but I love that. But so all the way over here, all the good food is over here, so we're over. That's why we're over here, because my peanut butter and jelly recipe. But we're having fun. Peter and Elyse are having fun. The chefs are doing an excellent job. The studio is having fun. And if you're enjoying this at home as much as we are, you should become a member right now and support local programs like this on local PBS stations. And here's an easy way to show your support by grabbing yourself one of these Now We're Cooking thank you gifts.
WNED PBS is your local PBS station, and you can support it as a $6 monthly sustainer or with a $72 annual contribution. We'll thank you with this 100% cotton twill Now We're Cooking apron, or donate $10 monthly or $120 yearly. And we will thank you with our bamboo cookbook and tablet stand. Become a $13 monthly sustainer or make a $156 annual contribution. And we'll thank you with this special pair of two-tone silicone oven mitts. Why not get all three of the Now We're Cooking gifts by simply donating $24 monthly or $280 yearly? You're not only getting high-quality essential kitchen gear, but you're supporting WNED PBS.
Well, these are some amazing thank you gifts that we have for you. So unique, so practical. And of course, we'll remind you of Now We're Cooking on WNED PBS. So no matter which one you pick, you'll always remember the day you became a member of WNED PBS, a member who supports not only this station, but local chefs, their restaurants, and their importance in the fabric of our community. I have one of the mitts here. We have the book stand here, the apron, so many nice thank you gifts. We hope you'll take advantage of them now when you call 1-800-727-1017 Dallas.
Be here for WNED throughout the year when you turned your contribution into an ongoing monthly sustaining gift. Your support happens automatically through your credit or debit card each month, and the best part is you decide the level that's right for your budget. $6, $13 a month. It may seem small, but it adds up to a big impact over time. And your monthly gift helps cooking programs, local and national, thrive all year round. And when you become a sustaining member of this station, you automatically get access to Passport. Some of my favorite programs on Passport are Victoria and Poldark, and not just because that dude is very good looking, but because he's also very good to listen to, I guess, but also very good looking as well. But you don't have to listen to me talk about the guy from Poldark. I don't even know his name, but you don't have to know his name. Just learn about Passport right here.
You love to cook and you love WNED PBS, this is tailor-made for you. Your $5 a month donation as a sustaining member automatically provides access to hundreds of hours of your favorite WNED PBS cooking programs. Stream on your schedule via Passport, binge whole seasons, or savor individual recipes whenever you want. Simply call the number on your screen and ask about WNED Passport. And this episode of Now We're Cooking will be available on Passport too. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, don't wait. It is so easy to use Passport. It's just like any other streaming device. Just click the button and there it is, and just, you sort through and find the shows that you want. As I had mentioned earlier, it took me about a year to activate it because I thought it would be hard. Not hard at all, right? So go ahead. If you could make that $5 a month membership level, you can become, you can get Passport. And of course, if you can increase that a little bit, take one of the great thank you gifts that we told you about. But call now. You could be streaming your favorite PBS program on Passport later tonight. How amazing is that?
That is very fast service. Beat that, Bezos. But don't forget about our thank you gifts designed specifically for this program. Each one is not only pleasing to the eye, but extremely practical in the kitchen. To recap, we have our beautiful aprons that, once again, if one goes missing, I don't know where it went. We also have our bamboo cookbook and tablet stand. So if you want to stand your recipes on there while you're doing your cooking, you can do that as well. We also have our oven mitts so you don't burn your hands taking out your lovely sweet potatoes. But if you want all of those, you can get the combo package. You can get it all. The cookbook stand, the oven mitts, and the apron, which I'm telling you, we're all going to be fighting over those at the end of this. But right now, we're going to go to our next local chef, Chef Michael Nguyen, and here's more about him.
Chef Michael Nguyen. Michael Nguyen was born in the south of Vietnam in 1976 and moved to America in 1991 when he was 15 years old and settled in Buffalo, New York. Michael attended RIT College in Rochester and graduated in 2001 with a bachelor's degree in computer science. Michael worked in Rochester as a software developer for 5 years. He came back to Buffalo to help his family manage their Asian grocery store, Ah Chow. In 2011, Michael and his wife opened Niagara Seafood as an extension of the family market. Customers could purchase fresh seafood, specialty grocery items, and take home traditional Vietnamese cuisine. Several years later, they transformed Niagara Seafood into a food lover's delight, featuring a fresh new look and bigger menu. Named Pho Lantern Restaurant, it's an Asian pan restaurant specializing in Vietnamese and Thai. Pho Lantern was so popular that they opened Pho Waves in downtown Buffalo in August of 2018. Michael tells us that it's really amazing how far Vietnamese cuisine has come, and really likes how it's getting a little bit more recognition. It's really cool to see how other cultures come to appreciate it.
Chef Nguyen, thank you so much for joining us. It's so nice to have you here today.
Thank you for having us tonight.
Yes, of course, of course. And who is this?
Let me introduce you first. My name is Michael Nguyen, and right next to me is Philip Vũ, my uncle. He's also my partner at Pho Wave Restaurant in downtown Buffalo.
Awesome.
Hi, everyone.
It's so nice to have both of you here today. Okay, so tell me a little bit about what we're making.
Today we are making rolls, and the first roll that we are making is traditional Vietnamese spring roll. Spring roll. Ooh. We love spring roll.
I love spring rolls.
And
we have that in common, for sure.
They are tasty and fun to eat, and also fun to make.
Ooh, okay. Tell me why. Show us why.
Yeah. Again, that by looking at this box right here, that spring roll recipe is full with fresh veggies,
Okay.
herbs, noodles, rice paper, and your choice of protein.
All the food
All
groups.
brought together
Yeah.
with a super flavorful peanut dipping sauce.
Ooh, okay. I can hear the oohs from the audience because I'm feeling the same way. Okay, so
So
We
there are
can get it
many ways of making spring roll. But in order to master making one beautiful spring roll, you need to do many of them. You need to try many of them. But don't worry, that's the reason why we are here today. We will show you all the tips, tricks, techniques, and how to make a beautiful spring roll so you can be able to make one at home.
Ooh, okay. You've piqued my interest. I'm so ready. I'm so excited. Okay.
So-
Because I make spring rolls sometimes at home with friends because it's like a nice thing that everybody can put whatever they want into it and have all these kind of veggies laid out. But mine are definitely not going to, they don't turn out as beautiful as yours are going to turn out, I'm sure.
Yep. All you need to know is you need to know some techniques and tricks. That's all.
Yeah,
And
okay.
so, yeah.
And then maybe I'll be able to make these beautiful spring rolls at home.
Yes,
With the
you
right
can be able
techniques and
to.
tools.
So let's talk about what's inside a spring roll.
Sure.
Okay. First, you do need a rice paper wrapper.
Okay.
I'm using the Bamboo Tree brand. Next, you need rice noodle, veggie, and herbs. You can use either red leaf or green leaf or romaine lettuce and mint or basil.
Ooh,
And
okay.
I prefer more basil, and basil, and I do use romaine lettuce today because I like the texture, the crunchiness of from the leaf, from the lettuce.
Okay.
So and today's the choice of protein that I'm using is shrimp.
Okay, but you can use whatever you want or nothing at all. You can make these vegan. You can make them for the carnivores out there. Put whatever you want in them.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Nowadays you can find a vegetarian version with either fried tofu, avocado, or mixed veggie.
Ooh, lovely. And you're always using rice paper for these spring rolls, correct?
You are right. Yes,
Okay.
and we prefer you to use rice paper only.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, show us how it's done.
Okay, so next we will show you how to wrap up a Vietnamese spring roll. Whether you call it we are wrapping or rolling, there are many ways to wrap up a Vietnamese spring roll, and the goal is to make a uniform looking rolls with uniform density or tightness of ingredients all the way through, so you can prevent without having any tearing on the spring roll and the wrapper.
So it's not all falling out the ends and
Yes.
you're like scooping it up with your hands at some
Yes.
point?
I will show you the tips and tricks how to do that.
Yes, yes, okay.
So let's move on to the step of how we gonna wrap up a spring roll.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna
I like that we don't even need the stove for this. I'm standing in front of the stove like I'm about to cook something and no.
So Philip will be the main person who do the spring roll.
Oh, okay.
And I will be the person who do the talking.
Oh, all
But
right.
in the meantime, I will make one too, just in case that I cannot continue and talking with Elyse, then Philip will be the person.
That's okay. So Philip is like the master roller.
Yes.
Like,
So first, you need to, usually at home, we use only one sheet of rice paper wrapper. But in order to prevent all the tearing, if you have to keep it longer or you cannot eat right away, then I do recommend to use two pieces, two sheets.
okay.
So first, you need warm water, and then you quickly dip your rice paper in the warm water for about 5 to 10 seconds. And take out as soon as possible to prevent it from being too soft or sticky later on.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So you're gonna spin and get all the water on your rice paper wrapper. And next, Usually the process will take up to from 30 seconds to 1 minute. That's when you can start rolling. You don't want to roll right away. So it's totally fine that you just dip your rice paper wrapper and set it on the rolling surface and leave it there for a minute. It's totally fine. But I do not recommend to dip the rice paper wrapper and then something else is not ready and you have to go and grab it, because you cannot wait more than 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Chef
just
Michael,
so you know.
we do have 2 minutes left on the clock. So.
All right, so let's start. Okay, so I'll grab some shrimp.
So we can't, just for audience purposes,
Yep.
we do leave it for 1.5 to 2 minutes.
All right. So first you set the shrimp in the middle of your rice paper.
Okay.
Okay, where it's doubling, you know, like the rice paper right overlap each other. Next will be basil leaf.
Okay. And
A
you can
layer.
add like other
Yes.
veggies to this,
Other
right?
veggie,
Carrots,
yes.
cucumbers,
Yes,
whatever
you're right.
your favorite is.
Yes,
I like
and
that.
my other restaurant, I do use the pickle, carrot, and daikon.
At Pho Lantern?
Yes, at Pho Waves.
I know where I'm going later.
Yep. And next is a layer of romaine lettuce. And you
All
set
right.
noodles.
What kind of noodles are those?
Those are this one is vermicelli noodles,
Okay.
and I use medium size.
Okay. Is that what you would recommend for everybody to use?
Yes, either small or medium. I do
Nice.
not recommend the bigger size of the noodles.
Make it lumpy.
Yes. Yes. And before you roll, you need to use your thumb and index finger, I'm sorry, and then start lifting up the wrapper.
Oh, okay.
Use the rest of other fingers to keep everything in place. And you want to make the roll tight. So you need to gently squeeze it together and start rolling. Yep. Usually I do not put my wrapper on a chopping board. So today it's a little bit sticky, and you see that Philip is a lot easier
Philip
for him
is
to have it
quick.
on a rolling surface and a plate. So Philip is
Wow.
finished his right here, and this is a complete roll with a uniform looking roll. With
Oh,
uniform,
wow, that looks gorgeous. Wow.
uniform density and tightness of ingredient all the way through.
Yeah, mine does not
Yep.
look like that.
Right now mine is pretty sticky
So then
because
you,
of the chopping board.
Oh, yeah. So then
Yep.
you cut off the ends and.
Yep. Without the talking, usually I will finish within 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Because of this one, I mentioned earlier that I do not recommend you to dip the rice paper in the water and leave it there for more than 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I see. I'm seeing.
Yep.
All
And right now, Philip will be the person who do the plating, and I think he's an artist and putting all flowers and everything together.
Oh,
Later on, you will
gosh.
see how he do it.
That is gorgeous. We gotta put that on the plate right away because we have to hand it back over to Marty and Dallas in just a minute.
Yep, 10 seconds. And we have a plate ready for the show.
Oh, I didn't even know we had this already made and plated. Gorgeous. Wow. So that's a peanut sauce that we have there?
Yes,
So
it is
now-
hoisin peanut-based sauce.
I can't eat that. So what would you recommend that I try with it?
I recommend there are two options. If you are allergic to peanut sauce, you can ask our server to give you a cup of fish dipping sauce.
Oh, that's so good to know.
Fish sauce.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Chef Michael, and thank you so much, Chef Philip. It was so nice to have you guys here today.
Thank you for having us.
So we're going to pass it back over to Marty and Dallas. They're going to tell you how you can support more programs like Now We're Cooking.
Thank you, Elyse and Marty. Right after we're done over here, we're going to go over there for a quick second.
Absolutely.
Right? But we're super excited to have these local chefs here today, and we can't say it enough. Like the chefs talking about having the local chefs come in and bring the community together.
Yeah, it really does. It brings together, and these foods are right here in our community. All we have to do is go to the restaurants and
That's right.
enjoy them, or make them at home because we're learning how right here on Now We're Cooking.
That's right. And when you support programs like these, you can keep programs like these on the air. You can have more chefs coming here again and cooking stuff for us and having our lovely hosts have stuff and then have us walk over after our play segment and have a little taste for ourselves. But Marty's going to tell you about becoming a sustaining member of WNED.
Yeah,
PBS.
when you become a sustaining member of WNED, when you do so right now and you show your support for these cooking programs on television, it's very simple. You make the call and you decide the amount that's right for you, whatever that amount is, $10 a month or $24 a month, and you can be certain that your donation is safe and secure. You can check out what you're getting as a thank you gift when you talk to the volunteer. You could possibly get passport. There are so many things you can do, but the first step is making that call at 1-800-727-1017 and show your support for this new live cooking show here on WNED PBS called Now We're Cooking. Here is some information about those thank you gifts.
WNED PBS is your local PBS station, and you can support it as a $6 monthly sustainer or with a $72 annual contribution. We'll thank you with this 100% cotton twill Now We're Cooking apron, or donate $10 monthly or $120 yearly. And we will thank you with our bamboo cookbook and tablet stand. Become a $13 monthly sustainer or make a $156 annual contribution. And we'll thank you with this special pair of two-tone silicone oven mitts. Why not get all three of the Now We're Cooking gifts by simply donating $24 monthly or $280 yearly? You're not only getting high-quality essential kitchen gear, but you're supporting WNED PBS.
Those look really cool. I want that apron and those oven mitts, and I'm not even going to use them when I cook. I'm just going to do TikTok dances with Tom and Marty, and then when we're done after here, maybe even walk my dog. Who knows? But if you call the number on your screen, you can be thank you'd or thanked with gifts from us as a thank you from us. That's how it all works. That's how we figure out this stuff together. It's a thank you gift. But make the call now, 1-800-727-1017, or text donate to 1-800-727-1017. Talk to our volunteers and get a lowdown on some of those thank you gifts. Again, that apron is mine. Marty?
Well, I'm going to go down by your part of town and see if you're walking down the street wearing the apron, promoting the show, because, we really enjoy the help, even if you're wearing the apron on the sidewalk, because this program really is a bit of a gamble for us. We're trying something new. This is a live show. It's happening now. It's local, and we're all very excited about it, but it does require your support. So if you could make a pledge right now in any amount, that would be really cool at 1-800-727-1017. Now We're Cooking here on WNED PBS. Your call of support right now is a vote for this program, and all you have to do is decide the level that's right for you. So please call that number on your screen. Your support in conjunction with these local sponsors is extremely important to this station, and we want to take a moment to thank those sponsors right now. First of all, this beautiful kitchen that we have here in our studio right now. Thank you, Artisan Kitchens and Baths. Thank you to Edible Western New York. And of course, Edible Western New York and Erie Lakeshore Magazine. Wegmans, who's done so much for us. Thank you, Wegmans. Thank you to the Buffalo School of Culinary Arts and Hospitality Management. And of course, Lulu Creations. Thank you, Lulu Creations. We'd also like to thank Mosaic Real Estate Team at Keller, the Williams Realty, Western New York. Niagara Hospice, thank you so much. And finally, thank you, Delaware North.
Thank you to all of our sponsors. In just a minute, we're going to go back into the kitchen for our next chef, but you have a lot of time to make the call right now. If you're in the audience, I'm sorry, you can't call. You typed your phones off. And if you don't, then I'm going to tell Peter, and he's going to get mad at you. But first, Marty's going to tell you about Now We're Cooking themed thank you gifts that we keep going on and on about.
Yeah, we want to make sure that you know what these thank you gifts are, so that when you make that call, you can talk to the volunteer about the thank you gift that suits the amount that you've decided to pledge, and it's the one that you want. want. So there's the beautiful apron that you see on your screen right now. Elyse and Peter are wearing those today, modeling them for you. So you could take that. You could take the Now We're Cooking bamboo tablet cookbook stand, and that comes in very, very handy when you're in your kitchen making your recipes. You could take the Now We're Cooking pair of oven mitts as well, and they're really, really very high quality. We have them right here, and they're actually warm. You could wear them outside in the winter. And then you could take the whole combo package as well. So we have thank you gifts, we have passport, we have a live studio audience, we have great sponsors, we have wonderful chefs, 2 great hosts. All that's missing right now is your call of support at 1-800-727-1017. Please call in now with that call of support so we can bring you another edition of Now We're Cooking here on WNED PBS. And now, our next local chef, Jason Davidson.
Chef Jason Davidson. Jason started working in restaurants at 15 years old and has been hooked ever since. He moved from Buffalo to New Orleans in 1994, where he really started to get some great experience and develop a true passion for the business and for Southern cuisine. Jason was very lucky to have found some great mentors in New Orleans that he couldn't have found anywhere else. Jason returned to Buffalo in 1999 and used his NOLA experience to try and stand out in Western New York. Jason and a few friends scraped together enough money to open Fable's Cafe, a small but very busy lunch destination in downtown Buffalo. That led Jason to other opportunities like branching out into catering and some other local cafes, before partnering up with a friend, Mike Schatzel, to open Liberty Hound Restaurant at Canalside, and eventually the Terrace at Delaware Park. Jason tells us that while he has been a chef and menu developer, when opening his businesses, he has an amazing collaborative team of chefs that manage the day-to-day business. The team Jason has attracted deserves all the credit for the success and reputations that they are known for.
Chef Davidson.
How are you today?
Thanks so much. I'm great. Thanks so much for coming down here to WNED. And I got to tell you, I mean, I've eaten at all 3 of your restaurants. Fabulous. When my wife was working downtown, she was at Fable's at least once a week. We loved Fable's. We loved Liberty Hound. You know, I mean, what can I say?
Well, thank you for your patronage.
Terrace is great. So, what are you going to cook for us today?
Well, it's Mardi Gras season.
It is.
And so I want to do a couple of New Orleans dishes today. And one of my favorite dishes is an oyster pan roast.
Okay.
You know, every time I would go back to New Orleans, I would go, I would have it at this restaurant. And the last time I went, I mean, for 20 years, they didn't have it on the menu. So I thought at that point it was fair game, and I put it on the menu at the Terrace for Mardi Gras.
So there's sort of an honor among chefs? You don't poach?
It was on the menu for 20 years, and then it disappeared. I'm like, this dish has to live on.
Yeah.
So we put it on there, and it's been one of our favorites ever since.
Okay. So. Now, I got to tell you, oysters, they look kind of weird. My dad always had a favorite joke. He would ask, who was the bravest man in the world? And, you know, people
the first
would make
one to
guesses.
eat an oyster, right?
Exactly, the first man to eat an oyster. And looking at these, I'll agree, okay? But you say it's all going to be good.
This is going to be delicious. And this is a way most people aren't used to, eating oysters.
2 kinds of fat, butter and olive oil?
I like to use butter for the richness, but it has a very low burning temp, so I add olive oil, which brings it up, so I can cook a little bit more aggressively.
Folks at home, memorize that. It's one of the best things I learned from him. It never fails. Never fails. Butter and olive oil.
So it's butter, olive oil, and we're just going to, I've got some chopped shallots and garlic.
Both together?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, most restaurants, they'll have those, together on the mise en place, the stuff on the line, so, things that you're always using.
Really?
Yes. So most sauté dishes in a restaurant will start off with, some shallots and some garlic.
Oh, I can see. I can smell why actually just over here. Wow. Whew.
I love that smell. So we're just going to let that sweat a little bit, and then we've got I've got a half dozen oysters. These are Chesapeake oysters, but you can use Louisiana oysters. You can use Cape Cod, whatever you want.
Now, do you get the oysters in the shell?
I do, yeah. I pre-shucked those because I knew I was going to be a little light on time and I didn't want to cut my hand on
No, I appreciate that. And any tricks to getting those things open?
Practice. Get the right knife, wear a glove, or 2 gloves if you're new at it, and then just put down a rag, put it in, and just there's a little notch you just got to get in and pop it. But you want to make sure that you save the liqueur, which is the liquid inside the oysters. So these are, I've got a half dozen oysters here with the oyster liqueur, which is just their natural juices.
Wow.
Now, if I've got a real hot pan, sometimes I'll keep it off of the stove, for a second, let the temperature balance out a little bit.
Okay.
Before returning it to the heat. That's so I don't burn the garlic.
Okay. So that's what you're going by. The garlic is going to be your indicator of whether it's too hot.
Yeah, when that starts to brown just a little bit, opens up, and then only a few simple ingredients. So we've got our oysters, and then we're going to poach them in heavy cream.
Whoa, okay.
All right. So we want to add the cream and let that reduce by about 2/3.
Now this is true heavy whipping cream like you would put on a dessert
Exactly.
later on. Okay, nothing special. Great.
And some salt and pepper.
Okay. And again, maybe you can't see this, but just as he has the garlic and the shallots together, he has the salt and pepper together. Is that a time saver, or you just
it's just
like to do it
I usually like to use 2/3 salt to 1/3 pepper, so it just
this looks like a piece of my Christmas tree. What is this?
Rosemary.
Rosemary.
Yeah, and that's what really adds the aromatics to the dish. The rosemary is my favorite part. And it's not something you really think about with oysters, but it really comes together beautifully. I'm just going to keep an eye over here.
Oh my.
So that's reducing. All right, I've got, that's happy. We're just going to let that go.
Okay.
All right, when it reduces a little bit, I'm just going to turn this heat down.
Now you're preheating the other pan.
Yes, so I've got some French bread here.
Okay.
And the way I like to present it is...
Regular olive oil, extra virgin, what is it?
Just extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
But that's what I have today, but typically works really well to have just regular olive oil, because usually extra virgin olive oil for salads.
Yeah.
Regular olive oil is fine for cooking, so I just want a little bit of that. So we're going to heat that up, and then when that heats up, I just want to toast the ends of the bread. I already put that in the oven. All right, we're making some progress over here. All right, so that looks pretty well reduced. I've got it turned down. I'm going to thicken it up a little bit with Parmesan cheese.
Okay, we've got about 2 minutes left here.
Outstanding.
Oh, wow. That Parmesan is going to thicken it up.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's just reducing a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll take my bread. Just want that to toast.
So you're just toasting the ends, the cut ends?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
All right, I think we're ready to plate here. All right, and then we're going to top it with some Parmesan. I'm sorry, toasted breadcrumbs.
Toasted breadcrumbs.
Yep. Some more Parmesan cheese. A little extra rosemary. And I would throw that in a broiler and just kind of toast it a little bit, or a toaster oven if you have one.
Okay.
I think we forgot to turn on our toaster oven.
Oh, gone.
That's my fault. All right, and then.
Okay. So, while you're toasting the ends of the bread, I got to ask you, what do you think about these shows? I mean, what interests you about WNED?
I listen to NPR all the time. NPR and The Bridge are always on in my car. And I love the cooking shows. I've been doing catering at WNED for years. I really feel at home in this building, and I've got to know all the great people that work here and are a part of it. Yeah. And I was very honored to be asked to join today.
Oh, no.
But I encourage everybody to make a donation and support public radio and public television. It's really important for our community and for our country.
Wow,
that looks gorgeous. Here we have an oyster pan roast. Are you gonna? Oh, I know you're scared, but are you gonna dig in?
Yeah, what I need is do we have any utensils? They took.
I thought you had spoons out here.
They took all my spoons.
A little bit of Creole seasoning can't hurt either.
Oh, okay.
The BAM. All right. Well, after the show, you have
wait
to.
a minute. I'm gonna go over and grab a spoon. Just stay right there. Thank you so much. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm the bravest man in the world.
Of course, the way you want to do it is,
Oh, of course.
you take the bread and you break some off.
Uh-huh. Oh, of course. You got to
And
sop
get
up
an
the
oyster.
goo.
You sop up the goo.
Oh.
Oyster goo.
Oh my God. Great. Okay. As we make way for our next chef, thank you very much, Jason.
I had a great time.
I'm glad you did. He's going to be back, folks, with another great recipe from New Orleans. Right now, let's head over to Marty Wimmer and Dallas Taylor, who are going to tell you how to support WNED PBS and all the great shows like New Scandinavian Cooking and America's Test Kitchen. Marty, Dallas.
Thank you, Peter. And once again, Dallas, boy, this place smells wonderful. I mean, we have a mixture of wonderful aromas, but you know what? It's great because there are so many wonderful foods being cooked here today that maybe you could even try in your own kitchen. We're enjoying a new program here on WNED PBS called Now We're Cooking, featuring local chefs. It's produced locally right here. We have a wonderful studio audience, and we just hope right now that you will go to your phone and make a membership pledge in support of it so we can bring you another edition of Now We're Cooking. Wouldn't that be great?
That'd be really nice. That'd be super nice. While you're going to the phone, we're going to try to make our way into the kitchen, right, Marty? Because they're just keeping the food away from us for some reason. I don't know why. They have us chained over here, but I'm definitely visiting every restaurant featured in this program today.
Yeah. I don't know, but you can't see this now on camera, but they're actually taking the food away now from us. So.
I can bring it this way. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with that.
But well, anyway, go ahead.
You know, member support make programming like this possible, so they can still bring it over this way. But if you're not sure how much to give, check out this video for ideas.
WNED PBS is your local PBS station, and you can support it as a $6 monthly sustainer or with a $72 annual contribution. We'll thank you with this 100% cotton twill Now We're Cooking apron, or donate $10 monthly or $120 yearly. And we will thank you with our bamboo cookbook and tablet stand. Become a $13 monthly sustainer or make a $156 annual contribution. And we'll thank you with this special pair of two-tone silicone oven mitts. Why not get all three of the Now We're Cooking gifts by simply donating $24 monthly or $280 yearly? You're not only getting high-quality essential kitchen gear, but you're supporting WNED PBS.
Now, I know Dallas has plans for the mitts and the aprons. He's up to something, but I need the bamboo stand. So when I'm cooking, I tend to get food all over the book or the cookbook or the tablet. So this bamboo stand will help me. Dallas has other plans for the mitt and the apron. These thank you gifts that we have are wonderful, and we hope you will take advantage of them when you make that call now at 1-800-727-1017. And Dallas, you're going to talk about sustainers.
That's right. Become a sustaining member of WNED right now and show your support for local cooking programs on your TV. We've been talking a lot about monthly giving, but your one-time donation is equally as important to this station. And if you decide to become a sustaining member, there's a little bonus that I think you'll like. It's called Passport. Again, it's not the little blue book that's probably in your house somewhere, maybe your wallet, maybe it's in the bottom of your car seat. But you can learn about Passport right here.
If you love to cook and you love WNED PBS, this is tailor-made for you. Your $5 a month donation as a sustaining member automatically provides access to hundreds of hours of your favorite WNED PBS cooking programs. Stream on your schedule via Passport, binge whole seasons, or savor individual recipes whenever you want. Simply call the number on your screen and ask about WNED Passport. And this episode of Now We're Cooking will be available on Passport too. What are you waiting for?
Well, in just about a minute, we're going to head back into the kitchen for our next chef. But first, Dallas is going to tell you about our Now We're Cooking thank you gifts that I know you're going to love. Dallas.
That's right. Of course, we have our lovely aprons. I'm going to have my lovely apron soon, I promise you. And don't worry, Tom, we're still going to do the TikTok dances. I saw you over there somewhere. Don't run away. We also have our bamboo cookbook and tablet stand that Marty was talking about. He's going to be his own Julia Childs in his own kitchen. We also have our oven mitts if you want to take out your brownies or your caramelized carrots, which I did the other day, really good. Use those in the oven mitts, and if you want all of it in a full package, you can get the combo, the apron, the cookbook stand, and the oven mitts all together. And right now, we're gonna go back into the kitchen with a guy I know, Chef Stephen Forman.
Chef Stephen, thank you so much for being here again.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Awesome.
What are we making right now?
So today, right now, we're getting ready for the Super Bowl, right? Mm-hmm. I know the Bills aren't in it this year, unfortunately, but that's okay. We're going to get there. But because people are still going to watch the Super Bowl, I want to do something to give them something to think about to make for that Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
So today we're going to make Pico de Gallo. Then we're going to convert half of it into guacamole. So that way you kind of like eliminate some of the steps making guacamole. And then we're going to do a little trick afterwards. I'm going to build a taco, but I'm going to show you how we're going to build that taco with what I made earlier with the chili.
I get to taste the chili?
You do get to
taste the chili. I was so jealous
chili.
of Peter that he got to taste the chili and I didn't.
So Pico de Gallo is considered a fresh salsa. Okay, so everything is raw, uncooked. Mm-hmm. So it's really important that you make it that day. So you can't make Pico de Gallo the day ahead.
Oh, it'll get like watery.
Exactly, and because the tomatoes are full of water, right? And if you add salt, salt extracts that water out and it'll be very soupy the next day. So that's why it's a fresh salsa. So we always make it that day, okay? So we're gonna add our tomatoes. Then we have our onions. Mm-hmm. We're gonna add our garlic.
And now you said earlier, you're always using the fresh garlic, right?
Yes,
None
this
of
is
the
my
jarred
garlic,
stuff?
correct. Mm-hmm. So what I do is, again, I buy bulbs of garlic, I'll peel them, and then I'll puree them with olive oil, preserve it, keep it sealed, it'll last for at least a month.
When I stopped using the jarred garlic, my life changed. Yeah. I used to be die-hard jarred minced garlic, and then I realized that it's so much better with fresh garlic.
Fresh garlic is always better. So we have jalapenos, we have our cilantro. Now, did you remember what I did with the cumin seeds earlier in the first episode?
Oh, you like
roasted it and everything?
roasted?
Yep. So I have some of that also. I'm gonna put a snippet of that. It does say that in the recipe, snippet.
With a B?
I don't know how to spell it. So we have a little bit of the cumin in there, okay? And now we're gonna take some lime. Now this is very important. I would advise everybody to buy a microplane. This is awesome. It's a $10, you can buy it anywhere. You can also do it on Amazon.
Not to brag, I have one.
Very good, very, very good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna zest the lime, but I also wanna take the acidity, so the juice, I'm gonna cut it open and add that as well. But a lot of times people add citrus, you don't have to use the acid because you may not want the acid sensation in the dish. In this dish we do, but I also wanna give more of a potency of the citrus, so I'm gonna just use some of the zest as well.
Okay.
And I'm going to add that into my Pico de Gallo.
You're doing the zest across like the whole lime?
Yep. So if you can see that, don't go too far because you don't want the pith. You don't want the white part because it'll get very bitter.
Oh, that's good to know.
Then we're gonna squeeze that lime juice in there and all that freshness. All that
it smells so
good.
Yeah.
All that freshness. I also want to say, hey, listen. The chefs that have been on here, they've been awesome all day long. I mean, give them a round of applause, right? They've been amazing. And when you get a chance, please check out their restaurants. I mean, we have great food in Western New York. So, I mean, God lives in Western New York, so that's why there's great food in Western New York. Just saying, okay?
He's right.
All right, so now we're gonna mix it up. Salt and pepper, okay? Now, key thing about salt, a lot of people may not know. Somebody will say, hey, salt adds flavor. Salt is not a flavor, salt is a taste. What salt does is it will minimize the bitterness in food and it elevates the natural sweeteners in food. That's why we add salt. So a little trick you can do is take some scoop of ice cream, put just a little bit of salt, your ice cream will taste sweeter.
Oh. Jot that down.
Jot that down. Try that. That's why people put salt on watermelon.
Oh, yeah, and on, like tahini on
all
mangoes?
Or think salted caramel,
like
right? So that's what's happening is you're minimizing the bitterness and you're elevating the natural sweeteners, okay? Always taste your food. Come on, try that.
That's my turn? This is my first bite of food today. Well, today during the
Try that.
Oh my God.
Right?
That's
so now what we're going to do is we're going to, clap, come on, hey, yeah.
You can't taste it, but you're clapping for it.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to take an avocado and we're going to mix avocado with half of this so we have our guacamole. How about that, right?
I love that.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna scoop out the avocado. And what I do at a lot of parties sometimes, I'll take that cup and fill it with the guacamole and put it out as a vessel.
Oh.
Nice idea, huh?
What a fun,
Come
fun
on.
is that?
That's worthy of an applause, huh? I'm teasing.
That's a beautiful avocado, too.
Yeah,
Sometimes you open it up, you don't know what you're going to get.
Right, exactly. And the way you do it is just, feel them. So now watch what I do, okay? I'm going to take the knife and I'm going to smear it.
Oh.
Just to smear it, right? Or you can chop it up real fine, but see, I'm just going to smear it, right? See what I'm doing there?
Wow.
And the
That's so
avocado
much
is
easier than like a fork.
right.
You know?
And just kind of like put it in my bowl. Just smear it. Now I'm going to take half of the Pico de Gallo.
I heard someone in the audience just go, a schmear.
A schmear. And look at that.
Wow. Oh, that's looking so good.
Now keep in mind, because I added avocado, you're going to have to adjust your seasonings.
Sure.
So you're going to have to add a little bit more salt and pepper, right? A little bit more cumin if you want to, right?
And like
So
you
I'm
said, you
gonna
just keep tasting.
Correct.
Having a little snippet.
A little snippet. Don't spell check me on that.
I won't. We're cooking, not spelling.
There you go. I like your attitude with that.
Thank you.
All right, so let's try this. Oh my goodness.
Can I use the same spoon? Is that gross?
No, you can't use the same spoon. That's double dipping. What's going on here? We ain't family. No,
well, that's kind of what I was hoping you would say. That's for all the people out there who think it's okay to dip a chip twice.
That is forbidden.
Nasty. No, not this. Not this. That
was
amazing. No.
My guacamole is nasty?
No, it's delicious. It's really
God,
amazing.
I'm out of here.
I'm talking the double dipping with the chip.
I'm teasing. I know you said that. I know what you were saying. I know what you were saying. I know what you were saying.
No, that was delicious.
Perfect. You did that perfect. Now, remember I made the chili, right?
Yes.
So now I have the vegan chili from earlier at room temperature. We're going to go ahead and build a taco.
Now, are we seeing this?
Take some of my Pico.
Ooh.
And then the guacamole.
Like, I know we got 3 here, but we got about a minute left. Can I?
Go for it. Absolutely,
Can I just dive in right now?
So remember, this is all vegan.
I love a good vegan recipe. All right.
Catch it.
Oh, thank you. Yes, the money shot.
Amazing. What about that chili?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And the chili? Wow.
So you see how
I was
easy
so
that was?
jealous that Peter got to taste that and I didn't. And now I got both. Take that, Peter. Wow.
Amazing, right? The chili, the vegan chili, and then we just made the Pico de Gallo with the guacamole. Mix it all together. Bam. Look at that chili. And a lot of nutrients are in that dish.
Wow. Thank you so much, Chef
You're
Forman.
welcome.
This was amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This was so delicious. Well, if you liked this and you want to see more Now We're Cooking in the future, we're going to hand it over to Marty and Dallas, and they're going to tell you how you can support programs like this in the future so we can have another Now We're Cooking special.
Thank you, Elyse. I learned a lot in that last segment.
Me too.
I'm going to go home and just dump a carton of salt on my ice cream now just to make it that much
I don't think he
sweeter.
meant a carton. I think maybe just a little shake.
He wasn't very specific. You gotta experiment.
That's right, you
We're
gotta
all
experiment.
chefs. But this studio couldn't smell any better than it does right now. And I've never been hungrier than I am in this very moment. So if anyone asks if I'm not here the next segment, just tell them mind your business. He'll be back. But for now, I'm here. We're talking about how you can become a member to our station and help produce shows like this and to connect our ability to connect each other with our community, right, Marty?
It really is true. I never thought about it until I heard the wonderful chefs talking about it, but food really does connect a community. We all share restaurants that we go to together, foods we enjoy. And you think about Buffalo, you think about all the foods that are so traditional to Buffalo. I mean, really, it's a wonderful idea how food brings us together, families and communities. And that's what we're doing here today at WNED PBS, bringing ourselves together as a community with our studio audience here and enjoying some of the food that is made right here at our local restaurants with our very talented chefs. So, a round of applause for everybody who is here so far today. Some Great recipes still coming up, so we do hope you'll stick around, but we also hope that you'll make a membership pledge right now at that phone number on your screen. And here's what you can get when you call and make that pledge. Here are the thank you gifts that we have to offer you.
WNED PBS is your local PBS station, and you can support it as a $6 monthly sustainer or with a $72 annual contribution. We'll thank you with this 100% cotton twill Now We're Cooking apron, or donate $10 monthly or $120 yearly. And we will thank you with our bamboo cookbook and tablet stand. Become a $13 monthly sustainer or make a $156 annual contribution, and we'll thank you with this special pair of two-tone silicone oven mitts. Why not get all 3 of the Now We're Cooking gifts by simply donating $24 monthly or $280 yearly? You're not only getting high-quality essential kitchen gear, but you're supporting WNED PBS.
Yesterday was payday for me, so I have no excuse how I can't donate and get a thank you gift. What's your excuse? The audience, they can't use their phones right now, but you can at home. And your wallet probably isn't going to be happy, but your hands will when you get an oven mitt, or your body will when you get an apron. But you'll be so prepared to cook even when you're not watching Now We're Cooking. And you can make the call, 1-800-727-1017. You can make the call and get yourself some of those thank you gifts. And if you don't, you can just donate and give us a call and talk to our lovely volunteers, and they'll walk you through the easy donation process, and you'll be cooking with our swag in no time. Marty?
Well, we're taking a chance today that you want to see local chefs. You know, this is such an idea, and we're all so proud to be part of it today. But you know, your phone call and your financial contribution lets us know how much you love Now We're Cooking and your local PBS station, WNED. So your financial support combined with local sponsors is how this station works. And we'd like to take a second to thank our sponsors right now. Of course, there's Artisan Kitchens and Baths with our beautiful set. Edible Western New York and Erie Lakeshore Magazine. Of course, there's Wegmans. Thank you, Wegmans. The Buffalo School of Culinary Arts and Hospitality Management. Thank you. Lulu Creations. Mosaic Real Estate Team at Keller Williams Realty of Western New York. Niagara Hospice. And thank you very much to Delaware North.
So we're about to head back into the kitchen for our next chef, but you still have time to make a call. But before we do, we want to thank everyone that has called and donated so far. Right. Your support is crucial to this station. And if you haven't called yet, we'd like to remind you of our exciting Now We're Cooking thank you gifts. Marty, tell them about it.
Yeah, we have some great thank you gifts. You've probably been watching a while. Maybe you've seen them before. There's the apron. That is on your screen right now. It's very handsome. You can see the Now We're Cooking bamboo tablet and cookbook stand we have for you. We have the mitts, of course, that are all the rage, it seems, around here. On your screen right now, the Now We're Cooking pair of oven mitts. And finally, you can take a combo. The whole package with your sustainer pledge at $24 or a one-time gift of $280. But you're enjoying Now We're Cooking. We'd love to bring you more editions of Now We're Cooking, and we can if viewers right now will make a membership pledge at 1-800-727-1017 and help us make this program continue into the future. And now, welcome back, Chef Daniela Kayser.
Chef Daniela, thanks for coming back.
Nice to see you.
Wow, and I'm ready. We had an incident a moment ago where I did not have enough spoons. So I have enough.
Not with me, I'm prepared.
Okay, but then you told me I won't need a spoon, what I need is a fork. Okay,
yes.
So I'm totally prepared here. What are we making?
Okay, so we are going to make
what are we making?
We are making a linguine pasta with Ndjua and topped with stracciatella cheese.
Okay, hold it right there. Mm-hmm. You said a word that I had to learn about an hour ago. So we've all heard of andouille sausage, right? But this is not andouille, This is Ndjua?
Ndjua. So Ndjua is an Italian spicy salami spread, and it's this here, I don't know if you can see it, and it comes from Calabria. And in Calabria, we are known for our spicy people, spicy chilies, and this is the chilies that are in Italy that have been roasted in the sun, and then they're mixed with pork. And so that, it's amazing. You could just eat it just the way it is because it's a cured meat. You could put it on some bread. We're gonna make it in pasta. You could put it on eggs or potatoes. It's endless. So that's what Ndjua is.
That sounds great. Well, I told my my Italian in-laws about it, and they go, "Yep, we're getting it. Where can you get it?"
Okay, so you could get it at some of your local supermarkets. Recently, I could not find it at one of my local supermarkets, but online, and I do have a purveyor that does provide it for me.
Okay. We won't mention where you couldn't find it because they're one of the sponsors of the show.
No, they have it.
They do have it?
I don't know.
We don't know. Okay. But
Okay.
let's move on.
Okay, so we're gonna start first. This has roasted tomatoes on it too, so I'm gonna do a really quick recipe to show you this. So I have these cherry tomatoes, and it's about, I don't know, a couple, 2 tablespoons of olive oil I'm gonna put on the bottom of this roasting pan. These tomatoes, and before you saw this, I poked these tomatoes. Just put a little poke like this so that when I roast them in the oven, they're gonna burst. And then I have some garlic here that I smashed, just rough smash like that. And I'm gonna throw that in here. There's about maybe 6 or 8 cloves of that. This is about a half a cup of Parmigiano cheese, but I'm gonna save just a little bit for the top of my pasta. And then some fresh basil. Leaves that I just tore up. They don't have to be anything perfect. A touch of salt.
What if people don't have fresh basil?
Then they gotta go to the store and get some.
Okay.
Okay, or you can use dried basil. It is against everything I believe in, but you gotta do what's best for you. So now you're just gonna toss this up, and you're gonna, this you can eat on bread too, but I'm gonna top this with my pasta, but this is just a nice little dish as well. So we're gonna put this in the oven at like 400 degrees, maybe 425, half hour. I'm walking backwards.
You are.
Hopefully I don't fall over. And then,
okay.
Here it is. And then it comes out like this. And it's done, okay? Super sweet and delish. Okay, so next we're gonna start with the pasta. And so I chose 2 recipes today that anyone can do. This is gonna take you as long as it takes you to cook your pasta. Beforehand, because I just wanted to make sure everything was boiling, I threw my pasta in here and I'm gonna make it al dente. So I do about 8 minutes. Now you should look at the box and read your box and see what timing that is gonna work for you. But I like it a little to the bite. You like it a little mushy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that's what he told me. But
I know. But my Italian in-laws, it's always got to be al dente.
Al dente.
Al dente.
So just in the bottom of this pan, just a little bit of this, and this pan should be hot. I'm gonna put.
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
Extra virgin or?
Oh,
regular?
I did a little extra virgin. You can do regular too. You'll be okay with that.
Now, I was told don't cook with extra virgin because it doesn't handle the heat.
You're right, but this sauce I'm gonna make right here is gonna take 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the Ndjua. And all I'm gonna do with this Ndjua is I'm gonna melt it. So when you eat it by itself, it has a different flavor. When you cook it, it just brings out all the flavors. So all I'm doing is melting it. Okay. And you can you smell it or no?
Not yet.
Okay, you should come over here.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Can you smell it?
Yeah. Well, it has kind of a peppery smell.
Yeah.
So what's that?
It's all those chilies.
Oh, okay.
So now that's good. I have some passata here. Passata is just a fresh tomato. It has all the seeds out of there, the skin. It's like you would think like a puree, but puree is thicker. This is just fresh, and you're gonna add that right in there.
Okay.
Okay? I'm not even gonna add any salt or pepper right now because this Ndjua is a little salty. So that's cooking. Now, I have my pasta water going. I'm just gonna have a ladle, let that blend in. Yes.
Okay.
And this has salt in it too, so that's why I'm not adding too much in here.
Well, that's a question. You salt the water before you put the pasta in?
I do, and then sometimes I salt it again.
Okay.
Because I want it to be salty. Not too salty,
No.
but a little bit of flavor. So I'm gonna do another little scoop here.
Okay. We got about 90 seconds here.
90 seconds, I do?
Can we do it?
I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. So this here is done, that's it. Literally, you don't have to cook it. It's not like a sauce where you're cooking it for hours and hours and hours.
Now, I know we're in a rush, but this looks just like tomato sauce out of a can. But
Yeah, but it's raw.
It's raw.
It's not cooked. So now we're gonna take this pasta and we're gonna pop it right in here.
Looking good. Oh my, you put it right in. I love it.
Put it right in. And I'm not throwing this out, I'm not straining it because I want some of that water, because if my pasta's a little dry, I want to be able to, you know, use some of this water to make it a little juicy. Okay? This goes here, I'm gonna lower this. So now, traditionally in Calabria, we would make this pasta just like this, but with this special pasta called macaroni. But I'm making it my own version. And this, because I love linguine, so we're gonna just do it the new age style. Okay, so that's done. That's it. Now I'm gonna take this, and I wanna add just a touch of this in here. This is gonna bring a little sweetness. And then we're gonna plate it, and you have pasta. This is the thing that took the longest. It took about a half hour, but you boil water, you put this together, and it's done. Now we're gonna plate this for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hopefully we make it look somewhat nice.
Oh yeah, do a little twist there.
A little twist, a little twist.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take some more of these tomatoes, put this on top. We're gonna pretend that I didn't make a mess.
Okay.
But I strive for imperfection, not perfection, so that to me is perfect. And then you're gonna top this with stracciatella, which is the inside of mozzarella. And it's just gonna make it look kind of pretty. Yep. And then, are you okay with spice?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I brought this here too. This is chilies from Calabria, and I'm gonna put just a tiny bit. The little goes a long way, so just be careful, because you might need some water. That's what I did not prepare for, was water, and then you can eat it. But I just wanna tear this basil, put it right on top. And then, oh wait, one more thing. You have to finish with olive oil, just because.
Of course.
Now, there you go.
Oh my
and
God.
that's it, okay?
Like that.
It's delicious.
It is. Oh my God. It's so good. Trying to get everything all in one forkful.
Yeah, you could do what you gotta do. And this thing here too, you could just make this with pasta. So you have 2 recipes in one.
All right.
Is it all right?
That's good.
It's good? You got a little spice or no?
I like it. It's got a little spice. Okay, that was fabulous. Thank you so much, Daniela.
Thank you.
Let's make way for our next chef. Let's go over to Marty Wimmer and Dallas Taylor, telling you how you can support WNED PBS. Marty, Dallas, I got something to do over here.
Wow. All right, I'm jealous.
Yeah, I'm jealous. Thank you. It's it's been really exciting to have local chefs, and we've been saying it all time long. But the buzz around this place and everything here, it's really cool. And luckily, I don't think any of them have caught me trying to taste some of their food when they weren't looking. And Marty promised he wouldn't tell anyone. So thank you, Marty, for not telling me.
I have no idea what you're talking about. But I'm going to tell you right now, this food smells and looks so beautiful, and we're so glad you've tuned in today to watch our wonderful chefs and to help support this program, Now We're Cooking. And did you know that you could get some of these recipes yourself? Here's what you need to do. Go online to WNED.org/nowwe'recooking and grab the recipes right there, and you can try them at home. I also know that by becoming a sustaining member right now shows your support for our local cooking programs here on WNED PBS. And here's some information about becoming a sustainer.
WNED PBS is your local PBS station, and you can support it as a $6 monthly sustainer or with a $72 annual contribution. We'll thank you with this 100% cotton twill Now We're Cooking apron, or donate $10 monthly or $120 yearly. And we will thank you with our bamboo cookbook and tablet stand. Become a $13 monthly sustainer or make a $156 annual contribution. And we'll thank you with this special pair of two-tone silicone oven mitts. Why not get all 3 of the Now We're Cooking gifts by simply donating $24 monthly or $280 yearly? You're not only getting high-quality essential kitchen gear, but you're supporting WNED PBS.
Those all look fantastic, and since we have them here in the studio with us right now, I can confirm that they are high-quality items. Thank you, gift or not, your donation now tells us that you want to invest in more episodes of Now We're Cooking, even though now we're talking right now. But we're watching Now We're Cooking and your favorite cooking shows on your local PBS station, WNED, even Making Buffalo Home. I love those cooking segments as well. And Marty, tell them more about those programs.
Yeah, this is really very important that right now that you become a member of this WNED PBS. We're trying today with something new, this new program. It's called Now We're Cooking. If you've just tuned in, it features local chefs. They're here in our studio cooking for us today, and we've had some wonderful recipes. But now it's really important that our viewers come on board and become members and show support for this program so that we can produce more for the future and maybe feature some chefs from some of your favorite restaurants in Buffalo or Toronto or Southern Ontario. But right now that phone number is 1-800-727-1017. Remember, we have thank you gifts that you can take, and it's extremely important right now that we get a rally of support for Now We're Cooking this afternoon on this very wonderful day that we're able to bring you a live and local show. And by the way, if you could pledge just $5 a month, you can get Passport, and here's more about that.
If you love to cook and you love WNED PBS, this is tailor-made for you. Your $5 a month donation as a sustaining member automatically provides access to hundreds of hours of your favorite WNED PBS cooking programs. Stream on your schedule via Passport, binge whole seasons, or savor individual recipes whenever you want. Simply call the number on your screen and ask about WNED Passport. And this episode of Now We're Cooking will be available on Passport too. What are you waiting for?
I love Passport. It's one of the many perks you get when you support WNED PBS at the $5 a month or higher pledge level. Like you said, it's very easy to set up, and once you make that $5 pledge level, then it just comes to you right away. Super quick. But we're going to head back into the kitchen for just a moment for our next chef. But before we do, we want to share with you all the amazing thank you gifts that you can take advantage of when you call the number. Marty?
Yeah, we're going to go back and we're going to have yet another wonderful recipe. But, you know, right now I want you to consider the thank you gifts that you could take when you make that membership pledge at 1-800-727-1017. This is a real gamble today that we're taking, producing our own live cooking show right here in our studios. And we hope you'll go to your phone now and make a pledge of support. You could have the apron, the mitts, you can have the book stand, and of course there's the combo as well. Great thank you gifts around this program, but in order to get them you need to make the call and support the program. And now we're going to welcome back Chef Christine Cushing.
Hi, Chef Christine. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited to see what we've got here because I think this is our first dessert of the day.
Oh, well, you know what? I think since we're already in Greece, now for a little more sunshine, we're going to just take a little trip up north and get some hazelnuts from Tuscany. Is that okay with everyone? Should we go to Tuscany for some hazelnuts? All right. So I'm going to make a beautiful chocolate silky budino with a little hazelnut frangelico just topping with a little caramel crema and some cocoa and a little fleur de sel. It's a thing of beauty.
Wow, that just, it sounds beautiful. Now I can't wait to see how we make it come to be.
Yes, and the thing is, sometimes there's magic in words, but really it's chocolate pudding. So, I mean, you can make it at home. You know, budino al cioccolato, frangelico, chocolate pudding. It's like so easy, right?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So to make a chocolate pudding at home, and the process is so simple, but it's about you can control your ingredients. So I always like to say, you know what you put in it, you know how it's going to taste. Yeah. It's so much easier and simpler, really, to make it at home.
Yeah.
So I've got here just my milk, a vanilla bean and a little bit of sugar.
Okay.
And I'm bringing that to a boil.
You said a vanilla bean?
A vanilla bean.
One single vanilla bean?
So one single vanilla bean. Look at how that looks. So what you want to do, that's a very good point that you mentioned, because sometimes chefs think that everybody knows everything we're referring to, right? So this is a vanilla bean that's split in half, and the beautiful seeds are in the center. So all you do is take the back of your knife and you just sort of run it down like that. Oh. And what's in here are the vanilla beans, and that gives you those flecks of the vanilla. So that is the actual vanilla pod that's in there.
There's only a little in each one.
Right, but they're so strong. Smell that. And a good trick, what I love to do is I take those vanilla beans and I put them in my sugar.
Oh,
and then when you add it to anything else, you get that essence of vanilla, which is such a cool little trick.
Oh, I love that. Do you want this back?
Yeah, I'll have it back. You can also put it in behind your ear for a little extra, you know, je ne sais quoi.
Rub it on your wrist.
Yeah, you just do a little, so hi, how
do
are
a
you
little
doing? Yeah,
blot.
we're going to Tuscany, did I mention? So here's my egg yolk and my little cornstarch. That's going to be the binding ingredient of this beautiful custard.
How many eggs did you use?
So this is 3 yolks.
Okay.
This is 3 yolks. And then now what I do is we're going to temper this mixture. And once this has come pretty much to a boil, close to a boil, ideally what I want to do here is put a little bit of the cold milk in that, but I added it all here. So that's what you want to do when you look up this recipe, is you add the cold milk. And this tempering really just starts to bring the egg yolks to that temperature, because you want them to cook, but you don't want them to cook all at once, you know, so you get lumps.
Question, because like as far as my very little culinary knowledge, is that it would like cook the egg.
Right,
but that's what you want.
Yes,
just a little.
You want to cook it just a little bit. So I'm going to show you here. So you see how we got a little bit of that. You want to get it smooth in that tempering process. But because you add a little bit at a time, you're not going to cook the egg yolk fully, right? So you're doing this tempering like that. And just, if you touch with your hands here, the bottom, you're going to see that it's starting to feel a bit warm.
Just a little warm.
Yeah, just a little bit warm. So we're going to do one more layer of that. And then we know that it's warm enough when it feels kind of hot to the touch.
And you're just measuring with your heart.
I'm just, my heart. My heart is the best measurer. That's a very good point.
I agree.
And my temperature right now is at a medium-low, so you don't want it too high. And then we put this mixture right back in.
Okay.
So that tempering prevents it from doing what we said.
From doing the full cooking.
The full cooking,
I see. Okay.
which you want that to happen in conjunction with the yolks and the cornstarch all together in here, right?
Okay.
So once that comes a little bit more to a boil, you know, the cornstarch is going to start doing its thing. It's going to start binding. It's very, very simple. Then we turn a little bit. Can I ask you to give me a little muscle there, if you don't mind? Oh, look at us cooking together.
Oh my gosh, this is an honor. I'm cooking with Chef Christine Cushing.
So cool. So you're going to whisk that a little bit. And when I was talking a little bit about why we want to make this at home, it's so easy. You can pick a chocolate that you know that's got a higher cocoa content. It's not going to be loaded with sugar and fillers. And that way you know what you're getting and you're not going to eat so much sugar, right?
Okay.
So ready for a little chocolate coming in?
I think so.
Okay, so that chocolate is coming in. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Can you smell that?
Oh my gosh.
How cool is that?
Oh
We're
my
also going to
gosh.
throw in a little butter for good luck. And to give it a bit of sheen.
I had to switch turns. I'm left-handed, so like I had to go left.
Okay,
Is that okay?
No, that's totally okay. So you just basically stir that until it comes to a boil and thickens, right? And then we know we've got a good custard. So I'm going to go and get our final, which has been chilling in the fridge, okay? And we'll see how it looks when it's done. So amazing.
She put me to work right now.
Oh yeah, I am. I did that on purpose, right?
I like it.
So look at that final.
Oh my gosh.
That is just the chocolate pudding. Okay. But now look at what we have to do here. You can stop. You can stop that.
You
now.
sure?
Yeah.
I was ready. I was ready to keep it going.
You can stop that. So we just want to kind of bring that to a boil until it thickens, and it'll come to a nice thick. And then you can pour it into these guys. And how many people love the pudding skin? Is it a pudding skin or no? Yes? No? So that's a good question, because like, wow, pudding skin, no. If you don't like the pudding skin, you can just put some plastic right on the surface when you put it to chill. So it'll stay smooth, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay? So now let's do one little final, how does it look, right?
Yeah, what do we got here?
So we got just a bit of whipped cream. So it's all about how are we gonna make this become wow, we're gonna zhuzh it up a little bit. So we just take a little dollop.
And you made this yourself?
So this is just a little whipped cream with just some sugar, some icing sugar, nothing else in there.
Okay.
The caramel, which you definitely want to make yourself. Look at this.
Oh my
now
gosh.
I think I'm talking your language, right? Look at this. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
That looks so beautiful.
Are
right
we
now.
are we in with that? Okay, so let's do a little drizzle with the caramel. Oh boy, that's good. And so you get these great flavors. Let's do a little drizzling.
Wow.
Yes, a little drizzling. I like doing these just naturally looking final presentations. And we have one more thing, two more things. Some hazelnuts, which went in there to begin with. Kayla. Oh, the one thing I forgot, the liqueur.
I was wondering when
It's
she
like,
was going to come out.
I didn't have any liqueur before I put it in, but Frangelico. Frangelico is a hazelnut liqueur. It's fantastic with chocolate, the quintessential combination, so that goes in just at the end as well. And that's going to give you that little nuance of hazelnut. Final, let's sprinkle with a little bit of that hazelnut.
How pretty does that look?
Does that not look great? And we're going to dust with just a teeny bit of cocoa. I mean, it's so elegant and yet so simple to make. And the last little bit, just a little bit of fleur de sel. This is like a coarse sel that gives you that salted caramel feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, who's in for this? Who's in, really? Right. So, Elyse, I'm sorry, I can't believe that you
Don't even say it, Christine.
Allergic to nuts.
I'll start crying right here on live television because, thanks producers, for giving me all of the recipes that have nuts in them. We'll talk later.
So I've got to taste it for you, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, I have to taste it. Just do a little combination of all those things. Oh boy. So sorry.
I am seething with jealousy.
Seriously, that is really good.
It looks amazing.
Yes, I really hope you try this at home. It's fantastic.
I love that it's easy enough for anybody to make. All of these recipes are really easy enough for anybody to make, which is incredible.
Completely.
And you know what? If you love programs like this, like Now We're Cooking, and you want to learn how to make more great recipes like this, Marty and Dallas are going to tell you how you can support other programs like this and WNED PBS. We'll be right back.
Thank you, Elyse. You know, I've learned so much on today's program already. I mean, this was a really amazing recipe. I've never been much of a dessert cooker myself. But I've learned a new term today. I'd never heard pudding skin before. That's new for me, and I know what it is. It's that sort of film on top, and it's really, some people like it, some people don't. Anyway, we're all learning today, and we're all enjoying this program, and I think one of the things that kind of gives us the warm fuzzies here is the way that we're feeling about the community. We have so many wonderful cooking programs on WNED PBS, but this one is local and live, featuring our very talented local and regional chefs. It's a wonderful venture, and we're glad you're a part of it. We just hope now that you'll take that additional step and become a member of WNED PBS right now so that we can have the dollars needed to make the next episode happen.
That's right. You know, it's special and it smells special. And I love pudding from Air Bud. He always had the pudding with the little kid. And we're still trying to find a way to get into the kitchen, but we're having a lot of fun. And won't you join us? And you can have success when you make a financial contribution to your WNED PBS station. We've been talking a lot about monthly giving, but you can also give a one-time donation. It's equally as important to this station. And when you do so, when you call 1-800-727-1017, you're not just making a donation, you can get a thank you gift. And here to learn more about them.
WNED PBS is your local PBS station, and you can support it as a $6 monthly sustainer or with a $72 annual contribution. We'll thank you with this 100% cotton twill Now We're Cooking apron, or donate $10 monthly or $120 yearly. and we will thank you with our bamboo cookbook and tablet stand. Become a $13 monthly sustainer or make a $156 annual contribution, and we'll thank you with this special pair of two-tone silicone oven mitts. Why not get all 3 of the Now We're Cooking gifts by simply donating $24 monthly or $280 yearly? You're not only getting high-quality essential kitchen gear, but you're supporting WNED PBS.
You know, and that's the beauty of it. You decide the level that's right for you. If it's $6 a month or $13 a month or a one-time gift, you make the decision and make it work for you and your budget. And in the process, you can grab one of these fantastic thank you gifts that we just saw. And then you can feel good about supporting your WNED PBS station as well. Our communities from Western New York to Southern Ontario and our talented local chefs that you see here today are all thankful that you're watching and sharing this time with us. And we hope now that you'll take that additional step and become a member so we can bring you more Now We're Cooking and all the other great cooking programs that we enjoy together. Dallas.
You know, we're talking, now we're cooking. That's what I say when I'm at the casino. Now we're cooking, but it's not really true. But we're taking a gamble today that you want to see local chef. You see what I did there? That's a segue. Your phone call made right now lets us know how much you love Now We're Cooking on your local PBS station, WNED. And your financial support combined with local sponsors is how this station works. And we want to take a second to thank them. So we want to send a thank you to Artisan Kitchens and Baths. Thank you. We also want to thank Edible Western New York and Erie Lakeshore Magazine. Another thank you to Wegmans for their support as well. Buffalo School of Culinary Arts and Hospitality Management. Lulu Creations, thank you to you as well. Mosaic Real Estate Team at Keller Williams Realty, Western New York, thank you. Thank you to Niagara Hospice for your support. And thank you to Delaware North.
You know, a show like this wouldn't be possible without the combined support of you and some of our fine local institutions, each. And well, we just can't thank you enough. And that's heartfelt. We just can't, you make it all possible here. So thank you for watching, and thank you if you're already a member. And if you're not, please become a member right now and show your support for this. Now we're going back to the kitchen in just a moment. But first, Dallas wants to just do a quick recap of some things.
That's right. You have our lovely WNED PBS cooking apron that Peter and Elyse are sporting so well. We also have our bamboo tablet slash cookbook stand that you can use in the kitchen. We also have our oven mitts, our branded Now We're Cooking oven mitts. Take those home with you. And if you want all of those in a combo, you can get the full package, the apron, the stand, and the mitts all together. And now, welcome back, Chef Michael Nguyen.
Thanks for coming back, Chef Michael. And want to introduce your uncle again?
Sure. Again, my name is Michael Nguyen, and my uncle, my partner at Faraway Restaurant. His name is Philip Fu.
And
thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Philip. And what are we making today?
So the second dish that I'm making today is also roll, and it is sushi roll.
Sushi?
Yes.
Okay. Sushi is Japanese?
It is Japanese.
For what? What does that mean?
So sushi means sour rice.
Sour rice.
Sour rice, yes. So what you are going to add to the rice is the rice wine vinegar.
Okay.
It's okay to, not having it right at the first time. Believe me, you will still have a great roll.
So if you're shopping, there are many kinds of rice. What is the rice type that we want?
Actually, there's specific rice that you need to use for the for the sushi, and it's on the back. It should say that's specific rice.
It should say sushi rice.
Yes.
And then I need a bottle of rice wine vinegar.
Yes. Actually, you do need the right ingredient to mix together to make that liquid. Okay. And you do need the rice wine vinegar, salt, and sugar.
Okay.
Yep. And I do have the recipe. I believe I already gave it to the
yes, you did.
WNED.
And that's a good point. Those of you in the studio and at home, All you have to do is go to our website, WNED.org, and you can get all of the recipes today, all of the recipes, which is a good thing. WNED.org. But right now, we're going to make sushi, vegetarian sushi in the form of what?
Yes.
California roll?
Today we are making California roll.
Okay.
So if you just get into sushi, California roll is the first place to go. And because no fish required, just imitation crab plus cucumber and avocado.
Cucumber, avocado, imitation crab, and that's it?
Yeah, that's it. That's
and
it
of
for
course
the
the
roll.
special rice.
Yes.
Okay.
And you also see salmon, you know,
I
in
do
this
see
box here.
salmon. Okay.
So that's the option to put on top of your roll if you want to.
But there's
Later we
one
will show
extra
you.
thing on this stage right now, those green sheets.
Yes.
What
that's
is that?
Nori. sheet.
Nori.
That's
Okay.
dry seaweed.
And you can buy that in a package?
Yes,
Okay.
you're right. Yes.
And how many do you get to a package? Because I know I'm going to screw this up the first 5 or 6 times.
Usually, you know, we buy in a big bulk package for
yeah.
a restaurant. So
Okay.
usually there's a lot, at least 200 pieces in there.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, before I understood to make a good spring roll, you need to do that 10,000 times to
Yes,
get good.
you're right.
How many times do you need to make a sushi roll to get good?
Maybe the same.
Maybe the same.
Maybe the same.
Okay,
Yep.
well, let's jump in. Go ahead. Show us how it's done.
All right, so Philip, again, will be the person who put it together. First, you grab a ball of rice, sushi rice. So about that amount.
Okay.
And you set right in the center of the nori sheet. That's how it sticks. And you grab one.
And that's how he picks it up.
And make sure the shiny side down.
Okay.
And you spread the rice evenly across.
Okay, now hold on, 2 things. You talk about shiny, but your little sushi mat there is also shiny. What's going
Yes.
on? It's covered with something.
Yes. A hot tip for the sushi mat is you need to wrap it with a plastic wrap.
Any plastic wrap?
Any plastic wrap. But it will help you a lot, you know, easier. It's a lot easier to do clean up afterward. And then you can reuse your sushi mat later on.
Okay.
So.
Now, Uncle Phil, we weren't really paying attention. He took the rice ball and he spread it out over the whole nori. Okay.
So that's the thickness of the rice that we would like to add on the nori. We don't want it too thick because later you feel like it's too much compared to the protein that you have in your roll. So that's the right amount, right?
Okay,
there.
so
and
what's
after
next?
that, you flip your nori.
Green side up now.
Yes, and remember that you need to keep 1 inch away from this end. So later on, you can have, you know, a grip. You can have to hold on to that and then make the roll.
Can you hold your mat up and just show us?
Yes. Again, that you need to use your thumb and index finger.
Right.
And then again, similar way to the way that I showed you earlier on rolling a spring roll.
Okay.
That you have to lift and then roll it.
Okay.
And then keep everything in place by using the rest of other finger and tuck it in. And then gently squeeze it together. And then start rolling. But we are not pushing it. We are in the motion of tuck it in and then pull it back and then push it down.
Okay.
Yep. And then move the whole thing, not pushing the mat.
Okay.
That's the key.
Well, we've got about 2 minutes, so let's roll one up.
Yes. Let's see how Philip will put everything together. So the first thing will be cucumber that we pre-cut already. We use English cucumber.
Okay.
Second will be 2 pieces of avocado. We try to put avocado first because we don't want avocado to be on top when you roll. It's going to be really messy and it's going to be everywhere on your...
Pro tip, remember that,
on your
avocado
nori sheet.
on the bottom.
So now the crab stick going to be right on top of, you know.
This is artificial crab.
Yes, that's the crab stick or imitation crab.
Imitation crab.
Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
Here we go. He's got it between his thumb and his forefinger.
Keep everything in place.
He rolls it up.
You tuck it in.
He tucks it.
Yep. And then slowly roll the whole nori sheet and tuck it in again. You're not pushing the mat. You're rolling it. Yep. That's how you do it. Yep. Gently squeeze it together and keep rolling.
Woohoo!
Yep. It's quite simple. Yep.
Great.
It looks simple, but it's not simple. But you can do it, you know, at home. Keep watching this video again. over and over again.
Okay, so in the final minute here, we're going to
cut that
slice
into
it?
8 pieces.
8 pieces.
Yep. There are several ways of cutting it. You can flip and cut 2 at a time, or you can keep that way and cut, depending on how you plating it, how you put it on plate. So he's cutting, along the way for 8 cuts right there.
Okay.
So that's a finished California roll. And we pre-wrap 2 of them. One is the regular California roll, and the other one we will do the topping with avocado and salmon.
Okay.
And at For a Waves restaurant, we call that spicy deluxe salmon roll.
Okay. And what is the pastry bag of green?
That's wasabi, the spicy stuff.
Whoa,
Yeah.
a whole bag
So-
of wasabi. Okay.
Yep.
Well, we have to toss it back. Well, here we're garnishing a little bit.
Yes, we're gonna place avocado, cut avocado on top of your roll, plus, and then also pre-cut salmon right on top of the roll.
Okay.
Yep.
And what's in the squeeze bottles?
The squeeze bottle over there, one is eel sauce and one is spicy mayo.
Eel sauce and spicy.
Yes, mayo.
Oh, mayonnaise.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds good.
So Philip, after putting those things on top of the roll, he gonna start garnishing the plate.
Oh, of course.
And do some drawing plus the sauce.
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
Yeah, I use ginger.
Ginger.
Yep.
So that's the flour right there. It looks like
use
rolls.
sauce.
Oh, the ginger becomes the flour.
Yes.
Getting this?
And
Oh
this is the
my
wasabi.
God.
And now sauce right along the way. Philip can draw at whatever you want.
Oh.
And it passed delicious with those 2 sauces.
Oh. And the eel sauce.
And the eel sauce.
Oh, both.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
With the sesame seed right on top of both rolls.
Okay. Okay. Great. That was fabulous. Thank you so much.
All right. Would you like to try one piece?
Sure, of course. Michael Nguyen of Faux Waves and Faux Lantern. Can I just grab it?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, Marty. Sorry, Dallas. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. Oh. Thank you so much. I had my mouth full. Marty and Dallas saved me.
Well, Peter, I don't know how you got that job, but boy, it's a good one, right?
Yeah, it's such a great time over here watching Peter enjoy that lovely. Although last time I had wasabi, I didn't know it was wasabi. I thought it was a mushy pea, so I had the whole thing, and it was a bad decision. But
These are tough lessons that you got to learn, Dallas.
you touch the stove once and you learn right away. But if you're enjoying this program at home, and we know our live studio audience is enjoying this as well,
They are.
Let's hear it. Let's hear
Yeah,
it.
live studio audience. Awesome. Really made this special today.
It really did. Having the local chefs here, it really, we're not kidding when we say the buzz around this place.
Yeah.
And just having the community all together, it's
You
so
can really
lovely.
feel it, the energy, the excitement. Yeah.
You really can. And when you call today, 1-800-727-1017, you can be a part of it all the way over from home. Marty's going to tell them how.
Yeah. Well, Dallas, remember, if you're interested in the recipes that you're seeing today prepared by these local chefs, well, you can go online to WNED.org to Now We're Cooking and try out any of these recipes from home. This is all possible because of member support, and we show our thanks in many ways. Our exciting way is by just becoming a member. What a great way to show your support for this show, these great chefs, everything that's going on here at Buffalo Toronto Public Media. Make that call now, 1-800-727-1017. We have thank you gifts, and of course we have all the excitement around the station as well. So come on, become a member right now. Dallas.
That's right. We're going to talk about these thank you gifts really
that's right.
quick.
WNED PBS is your local PBS station, and you can support it as a $6 monthly sustainer or with a $72 annual contribution. We'll thank you with this 100% cotton twill Now We're Cooking apron, or donate $10 monthly or $120 yearly. And we will thank you with our bamboo cookbook and tablet stand. Become a $13 monthly sustainer or make a $156 annual contribution. And we'll thank you with this special pair of two-tone silicone oven mitts. Why not get all 3 of the Now We're Cooking gifts by simply donating $24 monthly or $280 yearly? You're not only getting high-quality essential kitchen gear, but you're supporting WNED PBS.
There's a lot of great options in that video. Make sure you take a chance and take advantage. I can confirm here they are amazing thank you gifts because I have one stowed away right here. And look, if you take a close-up, it has a little stand on the back so it doesn't fall over and smash your fingers. But you didn't hear that from me. Instead, what I'm saying to you is that you should try to become a sustaining member of WNED PBS right now and show your support for local cooking programs on your station, which is WNED PBS. It makes your gift even more affordable. Ongoing monthly giving breaks your donation into smaller, easy monthly amounts. You know, you just set it and forget it. Marty, tell them about more.
Yeah, when you pick an amount that's right for you, say you choose $5 a month, that's just $60 annually, you get yourself access to our very own streaming service called Passport. Take a look.
If you love to cook and you love WNED PBS, this is tailor-made for you. Your $5 a month donation as a sustaining member automatically provides access to hundreds of hours of your favorite WNED PBS cooking programs. Stream on your schedule via Passport, binge whole seasons, or savor individual recipes whenever you want. Simply call the number on your screen and ask about WNED Passport. And this episode of Now We're Cooking will be available on Passport too. What are you waiting for?
Passport is so easy that even my cat can enjoy it. It is probably the only thing my cat enjoys because it doesn't enjoy me. Yes, I'm talking to you, JR, right now. But we're gonna head back into the kitchen for our next chef in just a moment. But before we do, Marty, let's recap all our thank you gifts for the people.
Yeah, we're going to recap the thank you gifts, and I want to tell you that our final segment is coming up with our final chef. So we're going to see one final recipe today. But right now, I want to do a quick recap of the thank you gifts. When you call 1-800-727-1017 to support Now We're Cooking, you could take advantage of these thank you gifts. The apron that Elyse and Peter are wearing today. They're lovely, they're durable, you'll enjoy them. There's the stand, the cookbook or tablet stand. Of course, there are the oven mitts, and then there's a combo. You can take them all for, as 3 thank you gifts in one with your annual gift of $280 or a $24 sustainer membership. So those are our thank you gifts. Passport, studio audience, wonderful local chefs. It's all here for you. The only thing missing is that phone call from you right now at 1-800-727-1017. And now welcome back, Chef Jason Davidson.
Chef Davidson, thank you so much for being here again today.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, very excited. What are we making here?
We're going to shrimp and grits, which is a southern dish. It's very popular in New Orleans, but it's actually more of a Carolina dish.
Oh, okay.
But it's one of the most popular dishes that we have at the restaurant. And we serve it for brunch and for dinner. Just have to add a poached egg, and it's delicious anytime. It's a nice, easy meal. I know some people don't like big grits or are intimidated by them, but
they're going to learn how to cook them right.
Yeah, they're, everybody's seen My Cousin Vinny. No self-respecting Southerner would use instant grits. So I get some Carolina stone ground grits.
Okay.
All right.
And you can get these just anywhere?
I get them on Amazon from a market out of Charleston that sells them there, and it's quick. All
right.
Get deliveries about once a week at the restaurant for grits. We go through so many.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to do a cup and a half of chicken stock and a cup and a half of milk.
Okay, that's the secret to good grits is stock and milk?
Stock and milk, half and half. Yeah, a lot of times, like we see instant grits, the directions are water.
Yeah, lame.
That's not going to work. So we're going to let that come up to a simmer.
Okay.
Now the chicken stock already has salt in it, so I'm not too worried about really seasoning that. All right. Then we're going to start with our shrimp. So I'm just going to get the pan started a little bit here. I want to start with, I have some smoked andouille sausage.
Oh, okay. We were having that whole conversation earlier about how Daniela's dish had Ndjua sausage, and this is andouille sausage. If anyone wants to see a picture of Peter with both sausages in his hand, I have it.
And the same thing from earlier, I'm going to use a little bit of butter because I want the richness, but I'm going to use some olive oil so I can lower the smoking point.
Okay.
So get the pan hotter without getting burnt butter.
All right. So this is your most popular dish where? At the Terrace?
At the Terrace, yes.
Oh, okay. You know, I've never eaten at the Terrace only because, now let me tell you why. Before you get mad, let me tell you why. I've gone there twice and it was booked solid. Everyone was like, oh, we don't have any tables available. So I sat at the bar and I had a drink.
You got a friend.
And it was lovely. Yeah,
now you got an in.
Hey Jason, I'm coming to the Terrace tonight.
We don't take reservations at Liberty Hound. It's just walk in, but
I have been there.
People, when we do business together, they meet me and like, now I have an in. I have an in. I get the text and people go in and pretend to be my uncle.
Who do I have to pretend to be?
Just call me.
Okay.
All right, so
no problem.
I'm marinating some shrimp. I got some Gulf shrimp. They're on the larger size.
Yeah.
With some Creole seasoning.
Wow.
So
those are big. Those are way better than the ones I got at home right now.
All right, so I'm starting to get a simmer here. We're gonna start with some garlics and shallots and some smoked sausage. I want to render some pork fat in there because that's what makes seafood very happy.
Oh, so that's the secret, is the sausage and the shrimp. Okay.
All right, so that's going to cook for a second.
Oh, just get in hands. It's not.
All right. I'm just waiting
that
for that to simmer.
would burn my fingers off in a second.
And then, so that's warming up. We're almost there. So we got 3 cups of liquid, and we got 3/4 of a cup of grits.
All right.
Stir those in.
That smell of the garlic is so good. It's so good. Can you all smell it? Can you all smell the garlic that is just emanating through the studio right now?
And after that starts to thicken, I'm going to add some white cheddar cheese.
Oh, okay.
All right, so now we're going to add our shrimp. Have you ever been to New Orleans?
I have, but only for about 3 hours. I went to New Orleans.
That doesn't count.
I know, it really doesn't. I was in an AmeriCorps program and I ended up
You
making
didn't even
a
have
stop
time
there.
to see the sunrise at a bar.
No, but I did get a beignet, so.
All right.
You win some, you
Well,
lose
that's
some.
important.
Like. Oh, those are
so that's
looking
cooking.
good.
So the grits are starting to cook. So they take about 14 minutes.
Okay.
To 15 minutes. You just want to stir them once in a while. I have some already made.
I was gonna say, what do we do when we only got 3?
We think ahead.
Oh yeah. You know, the thing about grits, I love them, but you know, nobody has ever complained about the taste. I've never heard anyone complain about the taste. It's always the consistency that people are like, I don't love grits because it's got a weird consistency to it. I mean, I don't think so, but that's what I hear. That's what I hear from people.
Now there's a lot of, add some vegetables. I like to use roasted tomatoes. You can use tomato fillets, canned tomatoes, peppers, onions.
And what are these ones, roasted, you said?
These are just oven roasted tomatoes.
Okay.
So first thing we want to do is we want to deglaze a little bit. I have some Abita Turbo Dog, which is a dark beer from New Orleans.
Oh, I was
you can
like,
use
what
any
is that?
porter. You can use wine.
Oh.
Right. So, but I like to use Turbo Dog. A little lemon. Now this, when you use lemon. Worcestershire, some dark beer, and butter. It's kind of like the New Orleans barbecue shrimp, which isn't like regular barbecue, but that's kind of the version we're doing here. So,
all right.
Then I've got some Worcestershire. We're going to add our tomatoes.
So would you typically like roast the tomatoes fresh, or do you like a certain jar?
Roland makes a lot of really good prepared products, and
okay.
at the restaurant we get the Roland ones. They're packed in olive oil. It's a great product, and I don't have to worry about somebody forgetting to take them out of the oven. So I prefer the consistency at the restaurant of that. So these are starting to thicken up. We're going to add our cheddar cheese.
Ooh. So you just throw the cheese right into the grits as they're boiling, not when they're done?
Correct.
All right.
Yeah, when they're almost done, we won't put them in, but you know, timing.
Timing. Speaking of timing, 1 minute.
All right. Do I look worried?
Let's see, this is chopped. You don't know it, but you're on chopped.
All right, so we got our already done Carolina stone ground grits.
Ooh.
All right. This is almost done, and you know how you finish every dish in New Orleans or any French is with butter.
Oh, yeah.
Butter, butter, butter.
Oh, yeah, just throw me into cardiac arrest.
Yes.
That's looking good.
I know you like pepper.
Throw it on. More. Not
Real
enough.
seasoning. And some Louisiana hot sauce. I prefer Crystal, is my favorite. But the creaminess of the grits kind of balances out the heat for the rest of the dish. You got me nervous thinking about time. We're good, we're good. All right.
How long typically would you let that cook with?
Well, maybe
without
just
the
another minute.
Oh,
you know,
okay,
as long
so
as
it's
the
pretty
shrimp.
fast.
Yeah, I want the butter incorporated. I want the shrimp cooked, which
Sure.
the shrimp is looking really nice now. So as long as it's pink,
yeah.
don't overcook it.
Look at this.
Get some of the tomatoes and the andouille sausage.
Wow.
Throw an egg on top if you want for brunch.
Oh, yeah. That's a great point. That would be really good.
Pour a little sauce. And then we're just gonna garnish with some green onions, some scallions. And voila, shrimp and grits.
How amazing is that? Look at that.
Right.
And this would be so easy to make at home. I mean, you made it in 8 minutes.
Made it in 8 minutes.
Well, thank you, Chef Jason Davidson. This has been so amazing. I can't wait to dig into this off camera because nobody needs to see that. So one last time, we're going to pass it over to Marty and Dallas, and they're going to tell you how you can support programs like this one. Thank you all so much for watching.
And we do have a little bit more to go, so stick with us. But it really has been such a great day here. And we hope to be back for more programs like this in the future. And you know what? We can if you will support the program right now with a membership pledge. If you want to, please take a moment to make that call at 1-800-727-1017 or go online and either become a sustaining member of WNED PBS or feel free to give a one-time gift, whatever works best for you, right?
That's right. Whatever works for you works for us. We're just so excited about this program, about highlighting our local chefs and their restaurants, and about building our repertoire of fantastic cooking shows on your local PBS station. We're also excited about these thank you gifts. Let's take a look.
WNED PBS is your local PBS station, and you can support it as a $6 monthly sustainer or with a $72 annual contribution. We'll thank you with this 100% cotton twill Now We're Cooking apron, or donate $10 monthly or $120 yearly. And we will thank you with our bamboo cookbook and tablet stand. Become a $13 monthly sustainer or make a $156 annual contribution. And we'll thank you with this special pair of two-tone silicone oven mitts. Why not get all 3 of the Now We're Cooking gifts by simply donating $24 monthly or $280 yearly? You're not only getting high-quality essential kitchen gear, but you're supporting WNED PBS.
We want to give a warm thank you to our sponsors and partners today. Thank you to Artisan Kitchens and Baths, donors of our fine kitchen set. Also want to thank Edible Western New York and Erie Lakeshore Magazine. We want to thank Wegmans for feeding our audience this afternoon. Buffalo School of Culinary Arts and Hospitality Management students joining us behind the scenes today. Thank you. Lulu Creations, our handmade glass, wood, and metal works. Mosaic Real Estate Team at Keller Williams Realty, Western New York. Niagara Hospice, and of course, Delaware North. Thank you. And now we're going to go back into the kitchen for a final goodbye.
Yeah, and we would also like to just thank our live studio audience today. Thank you for coming in today. And of course, they just brought it all to life, and our great chefs who took their time to come in and prepare these recipes for us today: Christine Cushing, Daniela Kayser, Michael Nguyen, Jason Davidson, and Stephen Forman. Thank you, one and all. And now back over to Peter and Elyse.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone involved, all of our chef coordinators. You couldn't see them at home. They were off camera, but the audience here saw them, and man, they did a great job. And our wonderful crew, backstage, on stage, all of the volunteers helping us with a variety of tasks. It was really pretty cool. Give yourselves a hand here, audience. And again, to our, I was going to say 5, but our 6 new friends, thank you so much. Please.
And thank you to everyone who has donated today. Your voice matters, and because of all of those great donations, we'll get to see you next time.
Yes, we will.
And thanks so much again to our amazing chefs who are here with us today. I know we've said it a million times, but wow, this has just truly been such an experience. It's been so amazing. Thank you, everybody who's here, and thanks to our audience. We'll see you next time.